All right, what's going on, everybody? Hope 186 back again with the Overrated Podcast, episode 88. I am your co-host, Hoobie 186, and with me today, as always, is Traditionalist 101.
Oh yeah, Traditionalist 101 is here at your service, and oh man, am I excited today? Oh yeah, don't forget, don't forget. You have to hold on to tradition, folks. That's how society works. So, what's been going on with you, man?
Oh man, this week has been interesting to say the least. Just there's a bunch of stuff going on, personally with me, and not all bad. Just it's just you always guys like today, for example. I've been out all day with my dad helping him with stuff, and I ever since I got out of work last night, I haven't slept yet.
So you haven't slept in 24 hours?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty
Okay.
much. So
So you've been constantly on the move for the past couple of days.
yeah, yeah. From the last couple of days, helping out, a mutual friend of ours, get everything situated for him because I know he's on a cruise right now. He's on one of those water traps, so he's doing that.
So
Um,
quit your hating.
and yeah, just me, just kind of getting everything situated with work and everything like that. It's been a pretty eventful, for once, an eventful weekend for me.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Oh yeah. I finally got to watch the Mario Brothers movie. Yeah, I did watch that. Now, I didn't watch it in a movie theater.
Ain't that rich? Ain't that rich?
Now, I want to give a huge shout out to our boy Rodolphe for the hookup. I'm not gonna. He let me. He gave me access to the movie. So I'm thankful that he did that. Very thankful that he did that. Did you share the podcast on the private chat?
Um, I think I did.
Let me see. I don't think you did.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't, then that's my bad.
Yeah, I don't. I got you. Yeah. So I watched the movie. I do plan on seeing it again in better in better quality. David, what's going on, bro? You said that the stream looks blurry to me. Um,
What's going on, Dave? Okay, so it still looks blurry. Is it on blurry on my end or is it blurry on Hoovie's end?
no, I
Uh,
mean, I think he's talking about the video being blurry.
the whole video.
Yeah, I'm probably
Uh,
on his end because I mean everything seemed to be fine on our end, but like you said, you never know with these kind of things.
yeah,
You never.
I'm looking. I'm looking at the screen. It looks like the quality is fine.
As long as you guys can hear us, that's the most important thing.
No, 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 no. Like if multiple people have the same issue, that's the problem on our end.
I mean, but I mean, right now everything seems to be running fine.
Um, hmm. I don't
Well,
know.
well,
Okay.
like I said, as long as you guys can hear us, that's the most. Yeah. Okay. So you said that the whole video is blurry. Yeah.
Didn't you just talk about you wanted to watch the Mario movie because of quality, and now you don't care about quality in your own live stream?
And there's like a very low static in the sound also. Yeah, I hear the static. I hear the
Static.
static. Yeah, but
You
I
hear
don't
static?
know. Yeah,
Hmm. I don't know if hmm.
I hear it too. But right now, like I mean, my internet's fine right now. Like that's the thing. My internet's fine. Um, so I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Let me do a sound check. Let me go on. Let me go.
I wonder if the static noise is probably my laptop and the mic is probably picking it up because you know how laptop has the fan in the interior. And the mic is probably picking it up.
Yeah,
Because you know how
I definitely hear static. Um, hold on, let me test it on my end first. Hold on.
okay,
Um,
so
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's on your end, Steve, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know how to fix this. Let me look in settings. Check audio. Hmm. Yeah, I think it could. It probably, in my opinion, I think is a SteamYard thing. I think their network is a bit wonky right now.
you think it's Streamyard?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I think I figured it out.
What's up?
I didn't plug in my. Okay, hang on. Man, I
Mm-hmm.
can't believe I'm always forgetting how to to do this.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, blame Steve for that.
Well, the if you want to blame me for the static thing, yeah, that's on me. I forgot to plug in my my soundboard
This guy.
into my laptop. So you was hearing feedback because you could hear the fan from the laptop, but the mic from the laptop was picking up the fan sound. That's the sound that you guys were hearing.
This guy.
Yeah. So it was just me forgot to plug in the soundboard on my hub. My bad. My bad, everybody. My bad, everybody. My bad.
Okay, okay, you can hear me. Okay, so yeah, so I watched the Mario Brothers movie. Um, okay, so we're not going to talk about it too much because we have a spoiler cast coming up in when is Siegfried available?
He's gonna be able to do it. I think Thursday, but I'm going to make it. Let me double check with him.
Mhm. So yeah, so whenever we get a chance to do it, we'll do it. Yeah, it'll be like a special episode. We'll talk about it. F is in the chat. What's going on, F? How you doing, bro?
Yo,
Oh,
Fred, what's
hey,
up?
hey, Fred, are you in the Discord? Because if you're not, here you go. Link is right there. Let's go, buddy. All right.
I don't think F is even have Discord in his phone.
Well, I mean, bro, you gotta go get it, bro. That's the hot new thing. That's the hot new Discord out.
Yeah,
For those of you who don't know, we
far
do.
better than WhatsApp.
Yes, we have a overrated podcast Discord. You go in there, chat it up with everybody in there, have a good time, have discussions. You'll know when we do the podcast. Um, and we just have some fun. So if you're a viewer, I know bro, I know you're a busy man. Conspiracy agent, you are you in the Discord also? What's going on, bro?
So you're pretty much attacking everybody that's in the chat right now. That's not under this.
I don't think I saw conspiracy agent in the Discord. At least I don't think I did. Let me see.
He's calling everybody out. It looks
Hey,
like.
if you're coming on here to listen to the show, the least you could do is join the Discord. It's popping over. I'm telling you, it's popping in there. It's popping in there.
Oh my gosh. Yo,
No,
what's going? Go ahead.
no, he's not there. Unless he's under a different name, he's not there.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. He's calling you out, man. He's calling you out.
Nah, bro, conspiracy agent, bro. You know, I love you, bro. But you gotta get in that Discord, bro. You gotta get in there. Is in the chat. Is in the chat. Is in the chat. Like it's the first thing that you see. I'll definitely try to find better ways to kind of put that message out there. So I'm gonna have a new overlay coming soon, and we're gonna do some cool things on this podcast. So that's the chat is in the chat. First comment in the chat. So so yeah, just join it. Like I said before, you know at, the most important thing. You guys come here, you guys support the podcast every week. That's the most important thing. But if you want to have some fun, discuss things with the community, you have the Discord. So,
Yeah. So, conspiracy agent. Yeah, hope you're doing all right, man. It, I know things has been changing at work, if you will, and yeah, a couple of things that I'm not, too happy about, but it is what it is. I don't want to go too crazy right here in the stream, but yeah.
all right. So going back to the original topic. Right. I did watch the movie. I did watch it. I didn't go to a movie theater to watch it, but I watched it. Right. Yeah, like I
Yeah,
said, we're
you
gonna do a
stole it.
spoiler.
You decided to be cheap and watch it bootleg.
I mean,
That's what
you call it being cheap. I call it saving money. And the funny thing is that like our friend Rudolphi sent me the link pretty much like out of the blue. Like I didn't ask for it, but he just sent it to me out of the blue. So
Now, where did you watch it?
I the link that he sent me.
Where did you watch it?
Where?
Yes, where?
Oh, at work. At work. Like when it was dead, I watched it at work.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah. So if that's what's happening, what I'll do is I'll send you an invite. I know you follow me on Twitter. I think I follow you on Twitter also. So I'll send you a direct invite on Twitter, and then you can join whenever you can. All right. So yeah. So I did watch the movie. I do like the movie quite a bit. Like I do like the movie. Like I said, there are
But
certain. Hmm?
but
No. I want to say that for the spoiler cast.
okay.
I want to say that for the spoiler cast, right? Like there are some things that I didn't like about it, but like yeah, we'll talk about that in the spoiler cast. What were you trying to catch me on? What are you trying to expose me on?
Well, I'm gonna put that on hold since Randy is on his cruise because this will be the most appropriate time not to expose you, but to double team you and during the exposure. So we'll put that on hold. We'll put that hopefully by the time we do the whole spoiler talk,
Mm-hmm.
that's when the exposure will come. So you're lucky today, my friend.
Okay. Anyways, all right. So okay. So
So
I'll say
so overall, what would you score the movie?
I feel like I gotta wait for the spoiler cast. You gotta wait for the spoiler cast, man.
Are you
Like,
serious?
I mean, you didn't you give it a grade? Did you give it a grade already?
No, honestly I can't remember. No, yeah, I give it a 10 out of 10.
Hmm. I feel like no. I mean, I gotta wait. I gotta wait. I gotta wait. I gotta wait. I do like the movie. I do like the movie, but we gotta give people some suspense, man. We gotta give some people some suspense. We gotta gravitate people to the podcast.
I mean, you could still talk about it without spoiling it.
Um. I guess I can to an extent. Um. But what would be there to talk about though? Yeah. Yeah. No problem. No problem, bro. I got you with conspiracy agent. Yeah. What would be the right thing to talk about? Um.
So,
Yeah.
well, since you have stuff to talk about, since you don't know what to talk about, I'll help you out with this real quick, right? So I'm not going to read the whole article because I this was something that was very very unexpected. I knew the movie was going to do well, but
It's acting stupid.
now now the huh
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You could be here now.
Okay. So, real quick, I want everybody to see this because I have a small theory of what's probably going to happen, right? So it says after another weekend in theaters, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is now nearing another box office milestone. The movie earned 58.2 million in North America and 70.7 million from international markets this weekend to boost its worldwide haul to 872 million. Now, mind you guys, that is slightly a little more than not one, but both Sonic movies put together.
Mhm.
That's amazing. And mind you, both Sonic movies, they're in the top 10, both of them. And right now, Mario is destroying the competition, regardless of who's on that list. Whether if it's Sonic or Uncharted that we mentioned before, like Mario is creeping up there, and for you to see this high success, and it's going to be more in the near future, continues to validate my point from day one. What I told you and Seafring. I wish Seafring was here because I would have told him the exact same thing.
Or you could tell them down the sportcast.
What I said when we talked about Mario before, when it was the three of us, I said I think Mario is a known worldwide brand.
Yeah, of
That
course.
if everybody, if you put a picture, if you ran to 20 random people and you told him guess who this character is, I guarantee you everyone will be able to say that it's Mario character. Whether if it's your mom, your dad, whatever. I'm pretty sure everyone would know who that character is and how much relevant and how much iconic he is.
Yeah, Steve.
But yeah, you and Seafring disagree with me though.
No, I
At the
didn't.
very least, Seafring did.
I've always maintained that Mario was a bigger brand than Sonic.
No, no, I'm not talking about a bigger brand than Sonic. I'm just talking about how I believe that most likely everybody knows who Mario is, who
I
he
mean,
is.
yeah, it's the most recognizable brand in gaming.
Yeah. So to see this type of success, I am going to predict that we are going to have a trend of video game adaptations in the near future. I
I
see
think
it coming.
it's already happened.
No, no, no. But I'm what like seeing this. I think is going to happen more frequently, like
Steve,
much more frequently.
we had the Mortal Kombat reboot. We had the Sonic movies. We
Okay,
have
but
the
how
Mario
many how
movie.
many how many years in between those movies though?
All right, but Steve, movies take a while to make.
Okay, but when every single time, right, when we've had a Marvel movie or a DC movie come out, it seemed like regardless of which one you pick, a movie was coming out every year.
Yeah, and over the years you've had Uncharted. Like Sony, so part of what Sony's doing is that they have a Horizon show coming up. They have a Last of Us. Obviously, they have the Last of Us.
Yeah, I'm
One
talking about
game.
movies though. I'm talking about
Yeah,
movies,
yeah, yeah. But
not TV shows.
I'm talking about like property. We're talking about properties here. Video game adaptations, and not only in movies but in shows and everything. Like this, it's happening. It's happening, and this Mario the biggest one because it's the biggest brand in gaming, at least of all time. It's the biggest brand in gaming history. So of course, I wasn't surprised that I made the money that I made. I said it was going to make more money than Sonic.
You didn't anticipate that he was going to make a billion,
No, not a billion, but I knew it was gonna make. I knew it was gonna make bank. I knew it was gonna make money.
and and you also said that you enjoyed Sonic more than Mario.
You did, my guy. I was gonna wait for the spoiler cast.
Oh crap! You didn't tell me that. Oh
No,
shoot!
come on, like
You didn't tell me that, man.
oh my god. Regardless.
Pretend y'all didn't hear that. Pretend y'all didn't hear that. Pretend y'all didn't hear that.
Anyways, okay. Do you want to get the let me get
But yeah, but as far as when you mentioning Sony, I mean, I don't think regardless of how great Sony's video games are, they're not going to be able to compete with Sonic, or Mario for that
not it's
matter.
not about competing. It's about making money.
They're not. I don't really think their brand will be as will even come remotely close of the success as other video game characters.
It's not
At least in my opinion, because the Ratchet and Clank movie that came out, it did bad.
Yeah, yeah. No one gives a shit about that. No, yeah.
Yeah,
No one gives.
that movie did.
But
Oh, so you know about that?
yeah, yeah. No one gives a shit about that. Like you, to be honest with you, the graphics in the game look better than the graphics in the movie. Let's be real.
I mean,
But no,
I wouldn't go that far now, but
but
I hear what you're saying.
yeah, but you look at The Last of Us was successful, Uncharted was successful. As long as these things are successful, it doesn't need to compete with Mario.
Uncharted was only successful because of Tom Holland. Let's be real here.
All right, that's fine, but the fact is, it was successful. All right,
It
so
was
Rat
it was because of Tom Holland, not because of
that's
Uncharted.
that's fine, but it was successful at the end of the day. Like that's all that matters to them. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn who's in it. As long as it's successful. Now, DN Invasion Ratchet 399. Shout out to you, bro. He said reason why Marvel movies keep popping up is because there are multiple producers with Kevin Fringe at the top. It's possible when you have Disney's budget. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What's going on? 399.
FYA, bro, join the Discord. Join the Discord.
This dude is really going hard on this Discord thing. Um,
If the link don't work, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you personally myself. But join the Discord. All right. All right. Good. You want?
if you have it, if you actually have the app, cool. But if it, but
No,
no
I know.
no.
I know damn well this dude has. I know damn well this dude has Discord.
How you figure?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
How you figure that?
Yeah, he has Discord. If he is who I think he is, he has Discord.
Um, I need an idea to figure out who he is, but but
I think I know who he is.
who is it?
I think I think it's Big James. James,
Ah,
I know you have Discord. Join
ah.
Discord. Let's go, bro. At least I hope it's him. At least I hope it's him.
Oh man, that's pretty cool. But yeah, he's right though. He's right. He When it comes to Disney, they have the budget, like they have the money. They could make so many awful movies and they'll still be fine. But lately, I'm hearing there's been a lot of layoffs regarding to Disney and the Disney World, not Disney World, but whether if it's well, actually we'll talk about that later on in the podcast. But to finish everything up, um, I dude, Mario is going to reach a billion, and I'm looking forward for the sequel that's coming out. They already announced that they're going to have a sequel, and my goodness, man, this is just phenomenal. Like just phenomenal. It puts a smile on my face because knowing how I grew up, with the franchise. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
No, you gotta go again. Knowing how I fell in love, with the franchise, since I was a kid, to see this success just constantly shows how much people are actually connected with the character. More so to, even than Sonic, and here you can see here, even with Pikachu, um, both are great big brands, both are very iconic. But hey, now it's clearly safe to say that Mario's number one, and it's not even close. And I'm definitely looking forward to future projects that Nintendo have in store for him and for the rest of their franchises. But as far as it says here, Super Mario Bros. Movie in 2023, biggest movie by far globally. In North America, the movie has now earned more than 400 million. It needed 18 days to reach that mark. That's the second fastest run to 400 million stateside ever for an animated movie, only trailing The Incredibles, which reached 400 million in North America after 15 days. Like these are just very impressive numbers. In terms of box office numbers by region, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is seeing a pretty even split. It earned 434.3 million domestically and 435 million from international markets. That's 49.8% for North America and 50% for international. Yeah, so look, at the end of the day, what I think I think you should go actually to the movie theater and quit being cheap. Go support the movie, support the franchise, support the character. And don't make the same mistake like you did with Sonic, because you didn't go see Sonic at the movie theaters. Despite the fact that you liked the first one, you didn't see the second one in the movie theaters. I don't think you should make the same mistake because you should care for quality. And if you
I
truly care about quality, go see the movie in the
if
movie theater.
I did plan on watching the since I liked the first two Sonic movies, I decided that I will watch the third one when it comes out. Whenever you guys are ready to watch it, I'll be there.
What?
Yeah, I'll watch it.
You're lying.
No, I'll watch it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna wait for the exposure and later on. I'm gonna wait for the exposure later on.
All
But
right, so
all right.
Rasu said that Nintendo is cheap, so the profit margin has to be heavy in their favor, which they are at the moment. Nintendo has always catered to the kids and their childhood, and is still going with that model. So they'll forever make ridiculous profit margin splits if there's I if it's their IP. Yeah, I agree with him there.
And I think another reason why it's not just because people connect with Mario, but I don't think any of us could name one Mario game that's been a very bad game. They treat Mario like he is gold, bro. Every single time I play the Mario game, the quality is good, the graphics is good, the gameplay is good, everything about it, is good. Like there's really nothing you need to complain about, except if you're Hoovy 186 here. There's really nothing you need to complain, about the franchise, and that I believe that's part of the reason why it's succeeding, as we speak, because nobody ever really complains, especially the kids, the children. They're not going to complain, over Mario. All the games has been great. I never seen a Mario game that has like a really bad score. You know what I'm saying? Or people actually complain, with the exception of Mario Sunshine. But the quality in that game was really good. The quality in Sunshine was awesome. I mean, I didn't really like it that much, but as far as quality goes, Nintendo's really know how to make great games most of the time. Most of the time.
Okay. You want to start the podcast now?
He said games are based off preferences, so that is subjectively. What I said is a fact. Just about all the Mario games that's been created by Nintendo has been great. Why? You could look by the overall scores. On average, they're pretty much nines and tens across the board. And when I say quality, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like if like no one is going to sit here and say that, oh, this game is bad when it's functioning and execution and the execution is good and high standard. Like who's gonna have the lack of sense to determine oh well, it's just subjective. Then like, come on, James. Like, I think, is this really James? It sounds like it is. It
I
sounds like
mean,
it.
I have some stuff to say about that what you just said, but I do want to get the podcast
No,
started.
no, 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 no. Go, say that, and then we'll move on.
Okay, I don't disagree about the quality of the games. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you there. What I disagree with you on is that this idea that oh oh they always make great games. The reason why they always make great games is because they don't deviate that far from the formula. And the game that did that, Mario Sunshine, was the most heavily criticized because it went away from the formula. I think my biggest problem with the Mario franchise is that it kind of is more um when it comes to the formula. I think it's more static than most other franchises. Most franchises I know will take chances, will take risks. The Mario franchises, for the most part, don't, and especially since the GameCube era, they don't. So, like, yeah, of course, yeah, sure, the games are gonna be great. That's mainly because because they don't try that hard to be different than the previous one. At least in my opinion.
Don't you? Don't,
You have different subsections, like you have Paper Mario, you have the 2D Mario, you have the 3D Mario. You have those, but like at the end of the day, you're playing as Mario. Like everything the same. Everything the same.
if
So
it
it's
ain't
like
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Go ahead.
that's fine. That's fine. But some people, while the quality of the game can still be good, can still be bored by that. Could absolutely still be bored by that. And some people like franchises that take risk. You know what I mean? Like, I'm that. That's just my opinion on it.
I mean, if it's warranted, then sure. Like there are times where I do believe that certain games have to evolve. Like how you always criticize the Resident Evil franchises back in the day, when they finally took the risk with Resident Evil 4,
Yeah,
how you don't have the still camera anymore, completely revolutionized the game completely, the whole entire franchise completely. Now,
it,
I don't like this. I don't like the direction of being first person. I don't like that.
yeah.
I would still prefer I would still prefer third person, but weak chances like that, I could see your point. But when it comes to Mario, I don't necessarily believe you have to make that many changes as long as the game continued to be good. Sega learned that lesson with Sonic. You have the werewolf Sonic. I mean, I don't know why in the world they went in that direction. You had the direction where they did the when they tried to mix in with the 2D and the 3D. I guess Sonic fans who liked the 3D, or fans who preferred the 2D. I guess they tried to blend in both in one game. Like you had people who pretty much complain, and Sega doing that with Sonic, I believe, hurt the brand a little bit, and which is why it's not going to be as successful as Mario, even despite the fact that that's the only rivalry that Mario have, and it's not even close as when it comes to success. You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily believe that all games or certain games need to have a revamp or redo or some type of change that you are asking for. I don't think Mario needs to really do that.
Okay, that's fine. Like me personally, for me personally, I think that it should have. I think it should have changed. Not changed, but like take more risk. And I don't think it's done that.
Give an example.
Um, like Mario Odyssey, right? I think that game is one of the most overrated games of all time. There is nothing special about that game. There isn't. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but there is nothing that game is doing that none of the other Mario games have done. Hasn't done. But yet the game gets 90, 95, 96s, and 97s. And when you read the reviews, it's always about nostalgia, nostalgia, nostalgia. And I'm like, and then you have all these games that are one doing voice acting, right?
Hmm.
They're actually taking risks, and they don't get the same amount of accolades. They don't get the same amount of accolades.
Voice acting doesn't improve gameplay.
It don't have to. No, it's not improving gameplay, but it definitely improved the experience if it's good. It definitely improved the experience if it's good. You. I know for a fact you're not going to deny it. You deny me on that. You're not going to disagree with me on that.
I mean, I just don't necessarily like for. I mean, I know you've been complaining about how we need more voice acting and some of Nintendo games, especially Mario, but I don't necessarily think it really needs it.
No,
There's very
I'm not saying it needs it or not. What I'm saying is that you're sitting there talking about how great the games are, and I'm like, yeah, it can be great if you're not trying to do something different. Of course, everyone like look when it comes to Halo. You want to know why Halo is struggling? It's not because of the gameplay. The gameplay is tried and true. The problem is that as everything else about the franchise that they have not evolved. And then they try to add certain things to the franchise that people just don't want. The story should have ended after three.
and they
But
should have. When you say ended, you mean stop making Halo games?
I mean, when Bungie made Halo 3, that was supposed to be the end of it. When Microsoft said no, we want this thing to keep making money, which I understand. But at the end of the day, me personally, I think it compromised the game. At least the story of the game.
Well, wait a minute, but what does that matter? Because you said the games has been good anyway.
Yeah, the games are fine, but there is not the hit that it used to be. It's not the hit that it used to be.
I mean, no, it's not going to have the exact same hit because as we get older, and then when the new generation come up, people are now into Fortnite and Overwatch and Call of Duty is still hanging with the big boys, but that's just how it is. It's all about Fortnite now. So if Halo wants to remain relevant, um the only thing that they could do is stick to the same formula like Mario, like Nintendo does with Mario. I don't think making
No,
these
but
drastic changes.
they haven't stuck to the same. Like the main gameplay loop is the same, but they have made changes. They have made changes, and a lot of people don't like it.
Hmm. Okay. Well, we could trust me. We could continue on, with this over and over and over, but we do need to get the podcast officially started. Want to read the last three comics before I start?
Yeah, hold on. Let me respond to Critical Drop in the chat real quick. You could if you can read it, you can read it.
Let me read the other one first. Games evolve based off of new generation and the current market. Yeah, yeah, pretty much what we just that we just talked about. But I don't think all games needs to evolve or needs to change. Certain games do. Like that's why I brought Resident Evil as an example. Still cameras is a thing in the past. I remember Onimusha used to be that way, and other games used to be that way. But yeah, that
And
style is gone.
and oh, you talking about Onimusha? I thought you said Shinmu.
Was Shinmu like that too?
Uh, no, I don't think it wasn't fixed camera, but I looked at Shinmu gameplay. Right? I've never played a Shinmu game, right? I never played it, right? But I look at the third game and I'm like, yo, this fucking game looks like it's on Dreamcast. And I'm like, bro, that's not no, I'm good. No. Maybe if I had played the one and two on Dreamcast, maybe I would feel different. But if you're gonna make a new Shinmu game, that should need to be it don't have to look super next gen, but it has to look better than fucking Dreamcast level graphic. Like, come on now.
I agree.
But
100% agree.
all right, so
Uh,
let me read some comments, right? Because James agrees with me. Hoovy hit on a really big point. Kudos, bro. And then
I'm trying to remember what point that was, but I can't remember now.
I mean, it was about the fact that it's easy to make a great Mario game because the formula is there, and they're not going to take risk.
Well, if like I said, if it doesn't break, don't try to fix it.
All right,
Keep
but
keep the tradition of the original. Why Mario was successful in the first place.
I mean, if it's not fun to play anymore, then it's good. Like I don't like I was playing with like playing Odyssey with you. I didn't find that game fun. I didn't
Hmm.
because the way that it was sold to me, it was gonna be something new, and what it was just the same Mario that it's always been.
Hmm.
And honestly, like again, like and you're right. Like the games, quality wise, are excellent games, but those aren't the type of games that interest me. If you want if like there's new types of games that interest me, and if you're going to if you're that franchise, you gotta do something more to bring me in. You gotta do something more to bring me in. And honestly, you know what other franchise I feel that way about?
What's that?
Mario Kart. Outside of online, I don't have no fun playing that game. I have no fun playing that game.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like because I don't know if it's because here's the thing. Because with me, I'm trying to win each each level of racing. Like obviously you have 50, 100, 150 mirror, stuff like that, right?
Hmm.
And I'm hoping when I get up to 100 and 150 that the game will be more fun. But right now the game's not fun to me. And part of it is that I feel like one I don't like the gliders in the game. I don't like the when they added gliders in the game. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh, but mind you, that's change. That's evolving, like the
That's
what
not
you're asking for.
that's not that's not even no look when you evolve like things are gonna there's something that they're gonna do that you're not gonna like.
Yeah, exactly. You see, and you didn't like that. You preferred the traditional route of what they did when they made Mario to begin with.
Yeah, but
You
I like
you like tradition.
my second favorite um Mario Kart game is Double Dash, and it's very different than the OG. They made changes to it,
But you
but
see my
I
point.
liked it.
But you still see my point though. You,
I understand.
they had the gliders. They made a change, and you didn't like it. Not all change is good.
That's true, but like that's not the only problem I have with that game.
Okay, what else you got?
I mean, the sense of speed is not to the level that I feel is acceptable for a Mario Kart game. It
Hmm.
feels slow. It feels slow to me.
No, okay.
But let me continue reading. Ratu again said that Mario from the '80s won't fly now, especially in terms of graphics.
You agree with that?
Uh, Bro, with these Nintendo reviewers, I don't know, man.
I mean, I could still play the original Mario, 80s game. I can still play those. I can still play a lot of Super Nintendo games. I can still play a lot of Nintendo games. I mean, it really just depends on the game. I think like certain games age very well, even till this day. Like for example, Street Fighter Two. I could still play the original Street Fighter Two game, and you even said that you could do the same thing as well. So
Yeah,
I mean, I think it just depends on the game.
yeah. Okay, and then hold on a second, because I have something popping up on my computer that I might need to address soon. Ratsu also said that COD really hasn't changed except for when they tried ripping off Destiny. Yeah, that's true. That's true. To me, I think the Call of Duty like the only Call of Duties that I play are the Infinity Ward games.
Why did you skip a comment?
I addressed it with McKinley already.
What did you say?
I told him Super Mario Bros. 3 is my favorite.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
I mean, all right. Well, I'm telling you right now, Mario Bros. 3 is my favorite Super Mario Bros. Game.
Man, you crazy? I don't. I don't. You know what? Okay, whatever, man.
No,
How
no,
in
no,
the,
no.
how is it that someone in the comment section asked a question and you didn't bother wanting to share it? You just wanted to do it privately. Like, like
No, it's not private. I like it's in the chat. It's in the chat. And plus, I'm dealing with something with my computer right now.
Well, anyway, I love Super Mario Land for the that's my number one favorite Mario game.
Super Mario Land.
Yeah,
Okay.
you never. I'm assuming you never heard of it.
Where do you play it on?
Um, the Game Boy.
Game Boy. Okay. Um. Hmm. Okay. All right. All right. Hopefully this won't. Hopefully my computer won't shut down because of this. Um. Okay. Okay. So Ratsu continues. Mario Kart adding the different vehicles was to be competitive with other games doing that. Yeah. No. The carts I don't have a problem with. Like, I like the fact that they have different carts. My problem is that the game is not fast enough. Maybe it'll change when I bump the difficulty up. But right now the game's not fast enough. It's too slow for me.
Do you
And the
feel
only
like you feel, so you? Oh, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
and the only time I have any type of fun is when I play online.
Or if you have friends coming over, kicking you behind.
Well, I mean that don't happen, but yeah. All right. So Steve, that's because you're an '80s baby.
um, look. How you say I'm an '80s baby? Like I said, there are certain games that age well and are still playable. I could still play all the old Contra games. I could still play the old Castlevania games. I could play Street Fighter 2. I could play the original Street Fighter 2. Now I can't play Street Fighter 1. I could play the Fatal Fury games. I could still play the classic Final Fight games. So there's plenty of games out there that was developed in the early '80s or late '80s, early '90s that are still playable even now. I mean, I don't necessarily see think that's a bad thing. I could still play Super Mario Bros. 3 or Super Mario World. I could still play Donkey Kong Country, and that game still look great till this day. So there are just certain games that could get away with it, but it's only a select few. So you're partially right, I guess. Anyway, can I start the podcast now?
Yeah, I mean you're the one that delayed it 45 minutes talking about Mario.
Uh, yeah, even though you wanted to talk about it to begin with. Now
Yeah, just
let's
quickly about what I watched and not spoiling some of the stuff that I was gonna say about the movie. But we're too late now. All right, Aaron Rodgers got traded to the Jets. What are your thoughts?
Aaron Rodgers got traded to the Jets, y'all. So I think Jeff, my dog Jeff, I hope you are listening. Raphael, I hope you are listening, sir. McKenz, I hope you are listening. But I have one thing to say before I read this article. The Jets are going to take over this our division, all right? Not the Dolphins. Not the Dolphins. No, sir. No. It's going to be the Jets. And I find it to be so interesting how we were able to obtain Brett Favre back then, and I find it just so hilarious how we were able to do
That ended so
how
well for you guys.
how we were also able to do the same thing with with Aaron Rodgers, who is a better quarterback than Tua, by the way. But let's read this article real quick and see how in the world this came about. So for the second time in 15 years, the Green Bay Packers are trading an aging icon to the New York Jets. The Packers
Keyword
agreed
aging.
Monday. Huh?
Keyword aging.
Yeah, that's fine. That's nice having though. The Packers agreed Monday to deal quarterback Aaron Rodgers and their 2023 first round pick, which is the number 15th pick, um, and a 2023 fifth round pick, which is number 170, to the Jets for the New York Jets first round pick, number 13, and 2023 second round pick, 42, and 2023 sixth round pick, and a conditional 2024 second round pick that becomes a first round if Rodgers play 65%, of the plays this season. Sources told ESPN Adam Schefter on Monday. Now, before I continue reading, everything here is perfect. I'm completely fine with, except this one right here. I don't like this condition right here. What I believe that they should have done, because we don't. Aaron Rodgers hasn't even done his physical yet. We don't know how he's going to be health wise. What I would have said in the condition was that not only has to play 65% of the games, but he also has to perform well in those games. If he performs good, then you could get our first round pick. But if he plays
You
bad, if he
you
plays
you
awful,
you, you,
or let's say if he wasn't really healthy to begin with, they shouldn't touch that pick.
you
They
think
shouldn't
that
touch
the
that
Jets
pick.
have you think the Jets have any leverage? You think the Jets have any leverage in this situation?
I think so
No, they
because
don't.
Green Bay doesn't want Aaron Rodgers anymore.
No, I think they would have kept him if they. Aaron Rodgers didn't want to play there no more. He didn't want to be there anymore.
Correct. So why would you want to keep somebody that doesn't want to be there anymore?
I mean, they could have traded him to they could have traded him to other teams. He wanted to go to the Jets, and the Jets were like, "Okay, we're going to do whatever it takes because our quarterback situation last year was not good. When we have a team that they believe is Super Bowl ready, you need a quarterback who's been there and who's probably I look I don't know how good he is now, but he's better than Zach Wilson. That we can all agree on. He's better than Zach Wilson.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that guy's name. I
I
don't
mean,
want to hear that.
he's
I don't
still on
want
the
to hear that
team.
guy's name.
He's still,
Unfortunately, he is. But I don't want to hear that guy's name. But yeah, I honestly believe that they should have added a couple more stipulations. Right. I think that if he performs well, then you will be rewarded for the first round pick. I shouldn't really sacrifice more of my future because you have enough picks to me
I mean, yeah,
anyway.
when you bring in a 39-year-old quarterback, well, I don't know how old he is, but when you
Yeah,
bring in an old
He's
quarterback,
39. He's 39.
you're mortgaging the future. You're absolutely mortgaging the future.
That's fine. That's fine. But at the end of the day, he's still good.
Yeah, I mean, he's better than Zach Wilson. I don't know how good he is, but he's better than Zach Wilson.
He's good. He's good. He's still good, and he could still put in good numbers. The only problem is he just needed more weapons around him. But I don't like this thing about as long as he just plays 65%. No, I want him to play good.
Of
Is
course, that's obviously what it is.
that you?
It should be you because you're the one sharing this. It can't be
Okay.
me.
Okay. Well, anyway, although Hall of Fame quarterback, the Jets franchise icon Joe Namath gave Rodgers his blessing to wear number 12, and the Jets quarterback is expected to wear number 8. The number he wore at college and Cal, a source told Schefter. Packers general manager Brian Gunucks, I can never say his last name. But anyway, was hesitant to commit on the deal in much detail Monday, but during his previously scheduled annual pre-draft news conference, which began shortly after news of the trade terms broke, he said there were still a few final details to be worked out. Among them, likely is fact that Rodgers still must take his physical. And this is the other thing that I'm worried about.
He'll be
And
good.
this is the only thing that I'm worried about, and which is why I said that there should have been more caveats
He will pass his physical.
when it
The
comes
Jets
to
will
when it
make
comes
sure he
to
passes his physical.
okay, but it's still a first round pick though. It's still a first round pick, so you have to take precautions anyway. You know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah.
he also said it was important to him for this deal to get done before the draft. I think the draft is this week, right? This week or next week?
This week.
This week, yeah. So yeah, it's no surprise that why they made quick haste on this thing because they had to make a deal. They had to make a deal. It wouldn't have been the end of the world, but at the same time, I think it would have certainly changed things quite a bit. So getting it done was important. I just think certainly the capital for this year was very important. Certainly more valuable than future stuff for our football team. So there were a number of reasons, but that's why. I don't necessarily think the rest of this stuff is really that important, except for let's see, yeah, let's talk about this bum over here. Not satisfied with Zach Wilson drafted at number 2 in 2021, Douglas is a big swing as he and Coach Robert
Salah.
enters a potential make or break year. The Jets haven't made the playoff in 12 years, the longest active drought in the country's 4 major sports leagues. Yeah.
Yeah, you tell you. What did you say?
No, let's rewind.
Can you repeat that last sentence?
No, you heard exactly what I said. Let me
No,
continue on.
I didn't hear what you said.
No,
It was
you didn't hear. This is my topic. This is
it was
my
very
topic.
it was very
I
strange.
picked this topic, and I want to read the way I see fit.
It's
Now let me.
the longest drought of all the four major teams. All the four major teams. That's the biggest drought. That's the longest drought. That's funny. That's
Yeah,
funny.
well,
Longer than the Detroit Lions. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes. For the, I don't even feel like reading anymore because of you. Um, yeah,
Read about the
but
bum.
actually, you know what? I'm good. Yeah, you ruined. I was in a happy mood, and now you kind of pretty much ruined the mood for me. Thank
Why?
you so much.
Because I told you facts.
Thank you so much.
I told you
I didn't want to reveal that fact. But here's the thing, right?
facts.
Here's the thing. Um, I think this is great news for the Jets. We couldn't continue the next season with that bum Zach Wilson. We could not. We could not. And because that traitor Mike White went to the freaking Dolphins, which also it ticks me off. I'm still ticked off, till this day that he went to the freaking Dolphins. Still pisses me off. He should understand that there was a delay in the contract because he wasn't healthy. Wait, just wait. But no, he wanted to go to the Dolphins. It pisses me off. But anyway, because we lost Mike White, I think that was an additional reason why we had to make this trade ASAP. We needed to. Now, like I said, the swapping for the first round pick, um, I think that is very interesting how they made that condition. But we'll see what happens. Like I hope you're right that Aaron Rodgers will be healthy when he takes his physical, and if he's healthy, yeah, I think it's going to be a very interesting it's going to be very interesting to see who's going to come out of that division. You know what I mean? Like that, I think our division is the best out of the whole AFC, in my opinion. At least I think. As far as all of our teams are going to be able to compete to go for a playoff run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
let me see. There was one more thing I wanted to mention. Oh, and the reason why I'm also confident with this whole thing is because I look our roster is good.
Hmm?
You know what I'm saying? Like our roster is good. I'm also, and the reason why I'm such in a good mood is because Brees Hall will be coming back, and I read an article that he's actually going to be available week one. Week one, who's a top 10 running back in the whole entire league. He's going to be returning, who averages about 5 or 6 yards per carry. So this is going to be great. It'll take off pressure off of Aaron Rodgers. I still believe that Aaron Rodgers is very accurate, with his throws. I still think he's very talented, and um, and yeah, so it's going to be good. We like we mentioned last time in the podcast. We have Garrett Wilson, from Ohio State. We have Hardman, and we have another guy that came from Green Bay, Alan Lazard, who is going to, I think he signed a 4-year contract with us or something like that. So, I mean, look, our roster is good. Our defense is still intact. I am definitely looking forward for this season, my friend. And I'm telling you, Hoovy, I'm telling you, Ralphie, I'm telling you, McKinley, and I'm telling you, Jeffrey, watch out because the Jets are here and we are here to stay.
Okay, first thing first. Um, you threw a fit over his trade demands. It's no secret that he wanted to come to the Jets. We talked about it. you were upset about his trade demands,
I was.
right?
Yes.
Which makes no sense because now you're so happy that he's on the Jets. Well, you should be happy with him trying to get all the best players for him, all the best players for him. So that's why your comment about him being upset about his trade demands were made no sense because he's just trying to get the best players that he can get. Now regarding the trade, look, at the end of the day, you are right. You know, you have a team that on paper should be a team that can contend for at least an AFC championship. You should. And the one thing that held you guys back last year was your quarterback play. Now I've always
Hmm.
been a believer that you give guys a chance to develop because being a quarterback is hard in the NFL. It's not something that you could. Very few guys come into the league being great at quarterback. Very few guys can do that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Zach Wilson, there are definitely things going on there that were out of the ordinary. Like pretty much his teammates not being fans of his. I think that was pretty obvious, right? So when it comes to that, I'm going to assume that they were not okay with that. Because that's why you got Aaron Rodgers. Because what, whether Aaron Rodgers has his flaws, at the end of the day, he is a proven quarterback. He had the credentials. So do I think that his age is gonna play a factor? Maybe. It happened to Brett Favre. Like people were so happy about getting Brett Favre to the Jets, and then what happened? Last game of the year, got his ass stomped out by the Dolphins.
I could
I
have sworn
remember
he
that
hurt
day.
it. I could have sworn he hurt his shoulder. I thought,
Yeah, he
but
did. He wasn't the same, and got his ass stomped by the Dolphins.
yeah, after he
And
got injured.
yeah, after he got injured, he got his ass stomped by the Dolphins.
Hmm.
And I have a feeling that the same thing's gonna happen to Aaron Rodgers. Now, I think now you say he's a better quarterback than Tua. I
Yes.
mean,
Yes.
I hope you're right. You better hope he's right. You better hope you're right because if he's the third best quarterback in the division, you guys ain't winning nothing. You know what I mean? If he's the third best quarterback in the division, you guys ain't winning nothing.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess congratulations. I guess is in order.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Thank you for congratulating me, sir.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think this is
And,
all.
and, and you and you and you best believe I'm going to talk smack when we beat you guys. Best believe it. Best believe it. After all the stuff that I had to hear from you, yeah, best believe I'm going to come at you. And
Mhm.
then I am also going to call you, and I expect you to answer the phone when the Jets beat the Dolphins.
Okay, okay. I mean, if that's what you feel like is gonna happen,
Yes,
I mean, good luck with that.
yes.
I mean, hopefully you guys can end the country-wide long playoff drought that you guys have. Hopefully you guys can get rid of that and make the playoffs for once in 12 years.
Yeah, I
You
know
know
what.
that a teenager was born now the last time you guys went to the playoffs, I think my niece was 5. One of my nieces was 5, the other one was 4. And the youngest one would have been negative 12 years old since the last time you guys went to the playoffs. I mean, good luck with that, man. If you think that that old ass Aaron Rodgers is gonna help you guys out, like Brett Favre did, good luck. Good luck, man. All I'm saying is this: when it crashes and burns, I'm gonna be right there. I would laugh, but the joke has gone on for pretty much so long that it's just not funny anymore. It's just it is what it is. It's just there. It's just
Mhm.
there. So
Yeah, I mean it's going. It's going. I think it's going to be really good. And at the end of the day, I am still happy for the for the Green Bay Packers too because they got some good picks. and now I no longer have to hear from Roy's mouth when he's constantly talking about, oh, my Bears got all these picks. Oh, look, we're gonna have a great future. And la 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 la, all this other stuff. Well, we got picks too, buddy. I wish he was here because I would tell him that, yo, it's good. This is good for both of my teams, both of them. So I'm going to be talking trash, not only to Hoovy 186, but I'm also going to be talking trash to Roy. And this is going to be an excellent season for, at the very least, for the Green Bay Packers for sure. Now, for the Jets for sure. But as far as the Green Bay Packers goes, we'll see what happens. We'll see who they draft when they get those picks and the 2024 picks. So we'll see what happens. But I think the Green Bay Packers also have a good future as well. The only thing is, I don't think I could trust Jordan Love truly because I think he was 1-4 last season when he was playing.
Yeah,
So
yeah. He's a young quarterback. We'll see how it goes. Like we'll see how it goes. Like, I mean, last time they did this, they got Aaron Rodgers out of it. So we'll see what they do.
yeah. Let me tell you, the Green Bay Packers. As far as the fans, they absolutely been spoiled. They had great quarterbacks, but only won 2 Super Bowls out of it. But at least we won. At least we won a couple, and which is a good thing. So we'll see what happens to the Green Bay Packers during this year and next year. All right, cool.
Yeah,
Next
David
time.
David said that, hey, he's gonna end up washed. The Jets are where quarterback go to die, and
Yeah. So you hate the Dolphins too, David? You hate the Dolphins. I mean, you hate the Jets too, David. You hate the Jets too. Like, come on, man. Like, at least at the very least, we have a far better roster than before. Far better roster, and our defense is good, and our running game is going to be good. So I don't necessarily think that what you're saying holds any type of water, sir.
I mean, only if he looks at the past. That you brought in Brett Favre, and he got his ass whooped by the Dolphins week 17 and didn't make the playoffs. So yeah. And then Ratsu said that you pretty much he's gonna go, but have a good podcast. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
appreciate you. 399. Appreciate you.
Okay. All right, so let's move on. So over the weekend, the Street Fighter 6 demo came out. Came out on PS4 and PS5. Everyone else should be getting it on Wednesday. So whenever you get some. Hold on, let me read it. David said that
Wait
no.
a minute. Go ahead. Read it.
He said that he's a Jets fan. I've been watching them since I was a kid. The Jets kill quarterback careers. It's just what happens. LOL. I mean,
When you really think about it, how many great quarterbacks did the Jets actually have? Not
Brett
not
Favre.
not, not that many.
Brett Favre
2 years. 2 years. Pennington was constantly getting hurt. Like
mhm.
who else did we have?
Boomer Esiason. But his best year was in Cincinnati, in my opinion.
All right,
Um,
all right, you prove my point. Let's continue.
okay, all right. So yeah, so the Street Fighter 6 demo came out a couple days ago. Like you say, it'll be out on other platforms on the 26th. But if you have a PS4, PS5 right now, you can download the demo. It only has two characters, Ryu and Luke.
Don't start me with that Mark Sanchez garbage. No, David, no.
No,
That dude
I'm
had
sorry.
his
He was never a great quarterback. He,
no. Come on,
he
David.
was
Don't
decent.
get me all worked up, man.
He was decent. He was a decent quarterback who had a great defense behind him.
That's all he was.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So
It's all love, David. It's all love.
the demo featured Luke and Ryu. It only offered three modes. You have one on one. You have I think you could do training in it, But the thing that I really tried was the world tour mode. And let me see if the video actually uploaded. Let's go to the channel. I'll share in a second. I just want to make sure it's there.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see. Unfortunately, I didn't get the whole video. Apparently, I played longer than 15 minutes, which is annoying. But the video's up there. You'll get an idea of what the world tour mode is going to look like. So let me do the share. Let me do the share thing. Okay, so let's click on the video. You guys get a kind of get a taste of what it look like.
Yeah, absolutely. But I
Okay,
can't
so
hear anything though.
don't worry. The sound is not important. I don't want to get. I don't want to get like any copyrights or anything like that.
How would you get?
But
Isn't this your channel?
yeah, but yeah, that is true.
Yeah, you're not
Um,
gonna get copyrighted. Put that sound on, man.
I no, but I need to talk. I need to talk over this though. Yeah, I need to talk over this. I'll put the sound on a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Then. Like,
All right, let me start over. So pretty much when it comes to world tour mode, essentially what it is pretty much is a combination of a story mode and and pretty much a world tour where you get to talk to fighters and other people, and you get actually get to fight people. So if you are a racist and you all you want to do is just fight people of the same color that you don't like, you can do that in this game.
oh,
If you
are you freaking kidding me, dude?
yeah, I'm being dead serious. If you want to fight people who looks different than you, then absolutely you can do that in this game. So like in this world tour mode, you get to talk to different people, like including the fighters in the game, and you also I wanted to show Randy this. I'll send him a picture whenever he gets a chance. I know he's busy, but yeah, essentially your original master is Luke, and he sends you out on missions to do certain things. Let me see what else is there to show. Like you can buy food. Like you go to a to a shop. Now you can also fight this guy too if you wanted to.
You could,
Shopkeep,
oh, you could fight. Oh, okay, okay.
yeah. Like you go around talking to people. Some people you can talk to. Some people you can fight. Pretty much, fighting is what makes you gain XP. Can't you gain experience points and all that other stuff, right? So think of it like an RPG, pretty much. Like you walk around and you see someone you want to fight, you fight them, you beat them, you gain experience points, right? And items like food and stuff like that, you can use that to improve your health, because every time you go into like one of these little fights, your vitality don't go up. Like you don't start off like how you're in a fight, everyone starts off at 100%, right? The fight that you go on, if you jump from fight to fight, your whatever health that you lose in the last fight stays the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't go up unless you take items to bring them up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so you get messages from Luke and stuff like that. This guy right here, he's like he's not there for long, but he's like your rival, right? His name is Bosch. Like he's kind of like your rival, your friend slash rival. So here I am right now, just walking around, and you can pretty much just challenge random people out on the street. So I didn't like his hair, so I decided to fight him in the. I decided to fight him. I didn't like his hair. So
But he's not an AI. He's another player.
no, he's AI. AI.
Oh, he's an AI. Okay.
All this is AI. So yeah. So the cool thing about the world tour mode, and they show this in the trailer, that when you learn from different masters, you gain their moves. You get their moves. So, and I think what you can do is you can mix match moves from different fighters and use them in the creative. I should have fought that fat dude right there. I should have fought. He looked at me side eyed. But but yeah, you go online and you can fight other creative characters, and like I said, and you could like I said, you can use their moveset and play with them, play against them. So I think that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Um,
And this guy's your rival, you said.
yeah, pretty much your rival.
Mm.
So and they also said that when you're traveling around, you'll have bad guys out in the street trying to fight you, and there are way like if you fight them, you fight them. But you can if you're not in the mood to fight them, then there are ways to kind of move around them and not and try to avoid them. So it's pretty much like a 2-on-2 fight, basically. Even though I'm doing all the work. Like,
So overall, you felt this was really good. Like you was enjoying
yeah,
what you were doing.
yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good stuff. Yeah, like I said, when they first announced the World Tour mode, I was excited about that because, like I said, when Street Fighter Five came out, it launched with such garbage single player content, absolutely trash single player content. And this World Tour mode, and now mind you, this is kind of like an offshoot of what the World Tour mode was in Alpha 3, in the at least the arcade version of Alpha 3.
Hmm.
And the fact that they went to this length to do this is obviously a good thing. It's a very good thing.
I'm
So
actually surprised you was enjoying this, knowing that you don't even like RPG whatsoever.
yeah, but if it's a Street Fighter game, then I'm cool with that. Because World Tour mode was essentially an RPG. Like you pretty much you go into fights, you have to win under certain conditions. Like like yeah, I can do it. This is fine. I can deal with this.
Yeah, World Tour mode was fun on Street Fighter Alpha 3. That was fun. Same thing. It was similar with I don't know if you ever did World Master mode on Soul
Oh yeah,
Blade.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think Soul Blade did it the best way, in my opinion.
Yeah. So and obviously you can go to stores and buy clothes and stuff like that. Um, let's see. I know I fought someone. I know I fought someone here. I was looking for a fight. Who was I gonna fight? Let me see. Oh, this bitch right here. I decided to fight her. Um,
You satisfied her. Okay.
yeah. He stupid glasses and wearing a skirt. Like I can't tolerate that in a man's world. You know what I'm saying, Steve?
Oh, really? How is it that you could get away with saying something like that, but I can't? I know
Uh,
exactly what you would have called me.
because I'm joking. That's why. Because I'm joking. That's why.
Hmm.
Right. So, and I fought this dude. Because like hair white. I had to fight him. Right. So I had to do it for civil rights. So
So you're pretty much fighting people based on how they look like, their wardrobe. If they
yeah,
don't look good, then you're gonna fight them.
yeah, yeah, pretty
This
much.
is all.
You see, I kicked his ass right there. You see, all the girls were impressed in the
Yeah.
background. Yeah. So obviously I do it for the ladies. So you go in there. And you can only buy a hat in this demo, but like you said, they have different clothes that you can buy, and you can also and the cool thing is that the wardrobe will change from time to time. So if let's say if you go to the store one day, they'll have a certain set of stuff to buy, and then if you go back the other day, the next day, I'll have different stuff available for you.
It's
So
cool.
yeah, that's cool. Let's see. Okay, so all right, so pretty much this was near the end of the demo. I'm walking around, like I said, I decided to fight her because she's old and white. Like she's an easy fight. So if old white lady, I decided to fight her. You know, so you had to body her and stuff like that. So and I'd be like, who old ass white woman wearing a book bag? Like, come on now, stupid.
Oh boy. Okay.
And I think I fought this. I think I fought this chick right here. I'm sure she's a dyke, so I decided to beat her up. So
You hear
she's
all this bull crap that you're saying that you would have crucified me if I ever said something like that, and don't tell me that you're joking this time.
No, I am joking. But I had to take care of business. Her name Dina. Like, come on now, that's a stupid name, so I had to beat her up. So, and then you go
The
fight.
fights are kind of short to
Yeah,
my liking.
because it depends on the level on their level. It depends on their power level. If like right now, I think at this point in time, I was at a level 4, and I'm beating up a bunch of level 1. So the fights are gonna be short. But this fight right here, fighting Luke. Now, mind you, I'm with someone else. He's a level 10. So right now, he's literally kicking our ass right now,
Oh snap!
and
Okay.
his health bar is a lot higher than mine.
Oh no way.
Yeah, his health bar is a lot higher than mine. So yeah. So when you fight someone more of your level, the fight will be longer.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah. So that is pretty much it. This is the last fight that's there. And yeah, man, the demo is available. Yeah, I tried to use these items, but apparently it didn't work. Like it helped my boost my power. I was looking for something to boost my health. You know what I mean? But that didn't work. But yeah, but if you need like a boost of power, boost of health, you go to the menu and get items that will help you with that. So
Hmm.
yeah, so yeah, so pretty much yeah, this is pretty much the last fight. This is pretty much the last fight. So yeah, do you have any other questions or any thoughts about Street Fighter 6?
Yeah, I'm gonna. How much gigs did this cost you to download?
Let me see. Let me check. Let me check right now. Let me check on my phone.
No. Yeah. I don't think I'll
I
be
don't.
able
I
to
don't. I
download it.
don't think. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. You. Yeah. I don't know about you, but let's see. Let me go to the PlayStation app. But you did play. You played the pirate version on when we went to Soul's house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you played that, so you get an idea. I didn't play it over there at the time, so I played obviously I played it. I tried out the and I played against the AI and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I do. I can't wait for this game to come out, man. The fighting feels good. The fighting feels good. I like this version of Ryu. Um, I just want to use more characters, man, and I want this game to come out like right now.
Yeah. About this whole more characters thing, Hoovy, I'm pretty sure, and I can say with confidence that you haven't tried all the characters in Street Fighter Five.
Only
Exactly. Exactly.
no, no, no. Only the ones that because I stopped playing after season 4. I stopped playing after season 4. So any character that they released after that, I haven't used.
Okay. You lost interest in five. It looks so. I
Well, I
guess.
mean, after I had it for what, like 3-4 years, yeah. Eventually, yeah.
Hmm,
Let me see.
okay.
Do they have a size? I don't think they have a size. Yeah, they don't have a size thing on here. Yeah, they don't have the size. So I apologize. I'm probably gonna have to turn on. I'm probably gonna have to turn on the system to find out.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, but anyway, on that note, was there anything you wanted to ask me about Street Fighter 6?
Um. I. I mean, look. I wish you were able to download like a not a online mode, but I guess like an offline mode where you could just go on practice mode at the very least, kind of like how it was done when we had pirated the game in Soul's House.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you could do that, but it seems like this is just the Road Master mode or whatever mode it is called on Street Fighter Six.
It didn't have much in order of like stuff to do, but like for those who want to try out the game, and they had a huge showcase on that week regarding the game, and and that's where they kind of announced the demo. I don't know if you did you watch it. I don't think you watched it.
No, like I know. Didn't they? I think they had like a Sony event or something, and
It wasn't a Sony event. It was like his own showcase.
yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't watch it.
it's 15 gigs.
Yeah, I can't play it. It's fine.
Yeah, so it's 15 gigs, and no, it had its own showcase where they really only talked about the game. They went deep into the world tour mode. They showed off the DLC characters, which we kind of already knew about. Like at least we did.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember.
yeah. So yeah. I mean, yeah. So I mean, to me, if I'm you, I would still watch the showcase though.
Yeah, I'll have time to watch it. The rest of this week. I have the rest of this week off, and now that school is officially over,
Mhm.
um, yeah, I'll have time to do more stuff. I'll have more time to go back to the gym. Also, I'll have more time to study, read my Bible, all that good stuff, my comics, everything. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. So yeah, I'm gonna and I'll also try to see if I could find a bigger SD card for my PS5, so
Yeah,
I could
like
get
I saw one at Walmart for like 119.
interior or exterior.
Interior.
Okay, then yeah, then that's good. 1 terabyte.
I think the one I saw was 2 terabyte, but like I have to make sure.
Okay. I wanted to play this because I don't know if this was part of the showcase,
Hmm.
but I wanted to play this because there was something I wanted to address real quick. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Next up, let's talk about some of the cool stuff we have in fighting ground.
Oh man, like every time when I play a video,
Hmm.
it lags. I don't know what I have to do in order to make everything run smoothly. I'm
Yeah.
not really
FY,
sure.
this was in the showcase.
But I was in the showcase also.
In the
Yeah.
video you see here,
Okay.
we've added a
All right.
character
So don't worry
damage
about it
timeline.
because if it's not going to
During
be able
battle,
to,
fighters' faces, bodies, and clothing will get damaged or dirtied up.
What was it about the gameplay
This
that
will
you
give
wanted to talk
fights a
about?
more realistic feel. This can also be turned
Yeah.
on.
Okay. What was the stuff that you wanted to talk about?
that um that was really really. I think that's really awesome. Oh, the first thing I thought about was Mortal Kombat,
Hmm.
where the guy was talking about how their clothing will actually start ripping off and get dirty.
Hmm.
I don't know if you heard him, but I was
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay, so you already knew about that.
Hmm.
Yeah, dog. I am so looking forward to see how they are going to do this, and especially when it comes to the women. Like I'm very curious. I know maybe that is something I probably shouldn't say, but I'm really really curious how far are they going to take this? Because I thought it was just going to be based on how dirty you're going to be, but if clothes are going to start ripping off too, yeah, I'm so looking forward to that. Like I'm really, really, really enjoying how Capcom is really revolutionizing Street Fighter Six and just really like upping the scale. And the same thing that we know I have been talking about regarding the Tekken, but to stick in this particular topic, I'm just so looking forward to it, man. Like I'm definitely looking forward to it. But there is one thing that I thought that was just weird to me. Like it's gonna
On and off
continue.
at any time.
Ryu wins.
All right, so yeah, he continues on.
Additionally, sound accessibility options have been improved for Street Fighter 6.
I'm sorry. I think that's going to be annoying.
They can turn it off. I think it's for people who can't who can
Who
who
cannot hear?
can't see.
Who cannot see?
Yeah.
You that. Oh, let me see. Maybe he said that. I probably missed it.
There are sound effects that will give you the heads up on the distance between you and your opponent, the
Yeah, I
height
mean
level of
that's obviously
attacks.
what it's for.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about now. Yeah, I think well, as long as we are
Whether an attack
having,
hits
as
as a
long as we
cross
have
up
the
or not.
option to shut it off, then everything is fine. I didn't know you had the capability to shut it
And
off.
also to indicate your remaining
Yeah,
gauge.
you'll be able to.
Okay, then
We
that's
hope that
good. Then
these
that's good.
options will let you better grasp the
Let me
situation of your
skip on to the
fight.
next one. Which one was it?
The battle
I think it's
and the
this one.
combat system. When you first start the game, we've added a tutorial that explains the basics of battle and the combat system.
Okay, yeah. This one, I'm not really surprised that they have this in there. Like, I mean, to me, I do like how Capcom is. What's the word? I don't want to use the word handicap, but maybe maybe I don't have a choice. But at the same time, though, you could kind of tell as far as the the gameplay mechanics and all the different stuff that you're adding into the game. You could kind of slightly see they're also catering to the casuals too.
Yeah, they're cater to everybody.
And I'm not trying to say that that's a bad thing. All I'm saying is I just hope they don't overdo it to where it'll probably compromise the overall game, similar to how they did it with Street Fighter Five. They clearly completely ignored or alienated the hardcore Street Fighter fans by removing some stuff like like the footsies and the input lag in the beginning, and it's during this install base. They completely forgotten all about the professional players just so they could cater to the casuals. And I just don't want them to make the same mistake with this one.
No,
That's really
I don't think they will. I don't think they will. But I don't think so. I think they went through. They've gone to great length. With this game, I think they've gone to great length to try to cater to both hardcore and casual and everybody in between.
hmm
And I think when you do that and do it in a way that's intelligent, like what they've done here with trying to explain people about like fight, like the stuff that's the tutorials and having in-depth tutorials and stuff like that, I think is a smart thing for them to do.
agreed. Yeah, agreed. One last thing I wanted to show.
In addition to classic and modern control,
Right here.
Jamie Show.
go through each character's story and you'll unlock a special illustration after the ending.
Which is cool. I like that. I like that.
楽しめそうじゃん。
Round one. Fight.
Arcade mode also features online rankings for your score, so get out there and challenge the world. These illustrations can be viewed again in the gallery. Try to unlock them all.
I was trying to look for the gimmick that they had that they included into the game.
Oh, the gimmick fights, the extreme fights.
Oh, so you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I could find it. I know it was here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I think it's this one. Is it this one? Let me see.
Drones show up and have different effects when they're destroyed. This will let you have fun with other players in a party-like setting, so give them a try. For example, you can have a battle where the winner is the first to knock down their opponent 5 times while rampaging bulls run across the stage.
All right. Bulls running across the stage. It looks like they're going to have outside interference when it comes to the stages. This immediately made me feel like, are they trying to imitate Smash Brothers? Here's the thing. Again, I'm not trying to nitpick here, and I know you probably think I am, but I'm not trying to nitpick here. To me, having extra modes is nice, and having extra modes, it's like having different experience of playing the fighting game. I think it's awesome, but I think certain modes, such as that, only games like Smash Brothers could actually get away with it, and actually I think will actually be fun. I don't think necessarily it could, by implementing this into a Street Fighter game, makes it fun. I think it just makes it more of a nuisance, in my opinion, because at least with Smash Brothers, you have the whole totality, of the stage, and you are more free flowing to some degree with the character, while here you still in the 2D plane. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to
I get
say.
what you're saying, but like I I think that if you want to do something funny and silly, then you can do that in Street Fighter. If you want to play it seriously, then you can do that too. But
I
I don't think
I
it can be.
think I think it's a waste of space, in my opinion.
I
I
I
think it's I
I,
think it's a waste of space.
I actually like them adding it.
You actually like that they added that?
Yes,
Okay. I think you're being biased
more
because it's Street Fighter.
more single player content, which is important.
Well, I mean, it works for multiplayer too.
That's fine, but when it comes to single player and stuff like that stuff is fine, perfectly fine.
Yeah. I already I kind of expected that you would have been perfectly fine with each and every one of these, but to me, I think they're just catering maybe a little too much, to the casuals. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, when the game comes out. As long as they don't make the exact same mistake what they did with Street Fighter Five, I'm fine. I'll be good. Like, I'll be 100% satisfied with the game. Just don't make the same mistake that you did with Street Fighter Five, and it'll be cool. So anyway, no, I don't want to watch the rest of this stuff. I just wanted to address the things that I had a problem with, and um see if you wanted your input on it. So, but you told me your input, which is awesome. So that's good. So I'm good.
All right, so the homie, the Link Master Rodolfi in the chat, he said that it won't compromise anything. You suck if you suck. So I agree with him. It's not going to compromise anything. Like guys who are professionals, they'll play it the way that they want to play it. For anyone else who wants to play something different, there you go.
For somebody to say that it won't compromise anything, knowing, like, unless he hasn't been paying attention, but Riddler knew all the professional Street Fighter players have complained about Street Fighter Five. Doesn't mean that they suck, but there were so many complaints for it. It compromised the gameplay, compromised the mechanics to some degree, because you were just catering to the casuals and the casuals only. So it doesn't matter. The whole thing about being sucked, no, that's just besides the point. That's not the point. It's just for the simple fact that you don't want it to compromise professional fighting, if so to speak, if you will. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't think it has anything to do with you being garbage.
Okay. All right. Well, on that note, let's move on to the next topic. This is you again.
Which one are we? Oh, we're doing
Phil
the.
Jackson.
What are we doing? Phil Jackson. Okay, so, oh man, I'm actually looking forward to this topic right here, because not only does it validate everything that I've been trying to tell you in recent past, but people who were actually involved in the game, I mean, involved in the sport, people who actually partake in the sport, now they're all complaining. Not, I'm not going to say all, but you have people complaining about it. So what am I talking about here, ladies and gentlemen? We're talking about Phil. I'm talking about Phil Jackson, and Phil Jackson. Okay, Rodolfi says pros doing just fine. Yeah, you completely missed the point. You completely missed my point. Pros probably were doing just fine, but that didn't stop them from complaining. It didn't stop them from complaining. Again, that's my overall point, Rodolphe. Please listen, sir. Listen. All right, let's go to Phil Jackson. So the NBA championship coach Phil Jackson says he doesn't watch basketball anymore because it got too political. Now, mind you, Hoovy, you obviously ignored me. You
Mm-hmm.
said I was talking
Rightfully
crazy,
so, and rightfully so.
and you said that I didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah, I say that to
And,
you all the time.
and what I was trying to tell you was when you start being too political in your sports, where it becomes constant and thrown at you on a daily basis,
Mm-hmm.
you are going to have people you're going to have people complain.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have people who's no longer going to watch,
Mm-hmm.
and as a result of that, ratings are going to go down, and it just doesn't bring the same entertainment value like it used to be because you're focusing on one audience. And I have people who I know personally,
Mm-hmm.
who you even seen in this chat,
Mm-hmm.
also don't watch the sport anymore.
Well, why is that? 'Cause I know who you're talking about, and what you're about to say had nothing to do with why he said he stopped watching.
Oh, okay. We'll see. We'll see about that. Now let's read. So, 11-time champion coach Phil Jackson said in a recent interview that he no longer watches NBA basketball, saying that the league was trying to appeal to a certain audience with social justice efforts. On a recent appearance on the Terragrammaton with Rick Rubin podcast earlier this month, Jackson told Rick Rubin that he had not watched NBA basketball since 2020 pandemic and the league played in a COVID bubble in Orlando, which was in Florida. I think Orlando. He said that having phrases like justice, equal opportunity on the back of players' jerseys instead of their last name was a sign of catering. Okay, let's continue on. Let's continue on. This is getting juicy here. When asked if Phil Jackson continued to watch basketball, he said he did not. Pointing to social justice phrases on players' jerseys, he said his grandchildren thought it was pretty funny to play up those names. They had things on their back like justice and funny things like that. Um, like justice went to a basketball and equal opportunity, knock him down, he said. They even had slogans on the floor on the baseline. It was catering. It was trying to cater to an audience or trying to bring a certain audience into play, he added. He didn't know it was turning other people off, which is what I was trying to tell you, Hoovy. This is exactly what I was trying to tell you. Not everybody likes pineapples on their pizza. You could have both, and you could like both. But when you put the two together, you're going to have people who will not enjoy it. Let me continue. People want to see sports as non political. I 100% agree with that. 100%
That's a
agree.
little horse shit, but we'll get to that later.
ESPN analyst Jalen Rose blasted Jackson comment in a video posted to Twitter on Sunday saying that you can't make this up. Now, I have the audio for that too. I'm going to play it after the read this article. The same Phil Jackson that won championships with some of the greatest black athletes in history of the game. This is Jalen Rose quoting Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant made millions on their backs and off their sweet equity, Rose said. You're sitting there watching the game with your grandkids, and y'all think it's funny when Justice passes the ball to equal opportunity? Rose added. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. So stop watching forever. So he's pretty much telling Phil Jackson, good. If you don't want to watch, then quit watching for the rest of your life. He's pretty much saying. I think this is the last. Okay, this is the last bit of it. The NBA and WNBA made efforts to promote social justice initiatives during their 2020 season, including the NBA painting Black Lives Matter on the court and the WNBA wearing Say Her Name jersey in honor of Breonna Taylor, a black woman who was fatally shot by police in Louisville,
Kentucky.
in Kentucky, in March. Wait, where am I? March 2020. Former President Obama praised the NBA effort at the time for using their platform to a stand for racial justice. Okay, so here's what here's what I need to say.
Mhm.
I told you so, Hoovy. I told you so. I told you so. And what I mean by that is that I told you that we are going to have people, even people who were involved in the sport, are going to complain and say that they no longer watch the
He
sport.
wasn't involved when that happened.
No, what I'm saying is he was involved in basketball.
No,
He
sure he
was.
was involved in basketball, but he wasn't involved at that time. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he was. I think he was a couple years removed from being fired from being the president of the Knicks because he did such a dog shit job of it at it.
yeah. He did a bad job, with the Knicks. But I'm just telling you that he was still involved in the association before. I'm not. He's not just an average fan that's saying I'm not watching. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So at the end of the day, Hoovy, when you start becoming too political, especially when you are going to the left side and not try to be as neutral as possible, you are going to alienate, some people. And I'm not going to go through all the other articles of people saying, they're not going to watch Phil Jackson. I know you don't care about him. I know for a fact that you don't. But to me, he's a big deal. Since he had coached Michael Jordan, Shaq, and Kobe, and Pippen, and all the other guys. For him to say this, I'm actually glad that somebody was actually brave enough to say it. Because when you start being too political on basketball, like I said before, the same thing when it comes to when it comes to characters. People are going to eventually disconnect from your product at the end of the day. There's going to be a disconnect there, and then that's going to cause ratings to go down. Or you're just going to have eventually you're going to have people that just say, "I'm not watching the NBA anymore because it's getting too political. I disagree what they stand for. So why am I going to constantly watch something that I constantly disagree with and that will never stand for and be in the exact same position as they are?" And look, like I said before in Twitter, you could like both. But if you're going to make it as a combination, you are going to alienate a lot of people. And frankly, for me, they're not putting Black Lives Matter on their courts anymore. But yet, not only have people have gone away, people stayed away. And Phil Jackson is proof of that. Somebody who played basketball, somebody who won championships in this league, decided that he no longer wants to support the league anymore. He no longer wants to watch, let alone going over there and buy tickets. He's not even watching a game. So this Havinel is what I've been trying to tell you from day one. That to me, in my opinion, this whole political Black Lives Matter stuff and all the social injustice stuff was a mistake. The NBA should have never done that in the first place. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna talk. Do not interrupt me. Okay.
I know you're gonna get pissed off, but
No,
go
no,
ahead.
no,
Go ahead.
I'm not pissed off. Just don't interrupt me.
All right,
Because
I'm not gonna
I'm only
interrupt.
I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna be done with it.
Sure.
Now, call I forgot the dude's name. Craig Hodges,
Oh
right?
crap! I forgot to share Jenny Rose thing. Do you want me to share it
No,
or?
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We know what he said. Craig Hodges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Player for his Chicago Bulls team, right? He made a comment. I guess he criticized the president, and he got blackballed from the league. Right? That was his player, right? And now everything is starting to make sense to me when it comes to Phil Jackson, right? Because he's the same guy who called LeBron James and his crew a posse. You only call people that if you don't respect them as human beings. He called them a posse.
Mm-hmm.
They're businessmen. They're agents. They're basketball players. They're very important people. But he dismissed them as posse. You know what I'm saying? Only certain people with certain mindsets refer to people of color in power. That, you know what I'm saying? Like that's and it all starting to make more sense now. You imagine you're around what 70-80% black people at your job, and yet you don't and you have a hard time understanding why Black Lives Matter is on the court. You have a hard time understanding about racial injustice and all the other stuff. I mean, you grew up in the 60s and 70s, didn't you? You saw all this shit happen, unless you were on the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, let's be real. He made his money off the backs of Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, and and Scottie Pippen.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
none of them won championships until he got there.
That's fair. That's true. But he made his money off their backs. That's absolutely what he did. Because before then, he was a good basketball player for the Knicks, and that's it. And he was an assistant coach for the former Chicago Bulls coach
Hmm.
before he took over. That's
Hmm.
all he was. So again, if you want to sit there and be like, "Oh, I don't like what they're doing, this and that," that's fine. You have your right to your opinion. But anytime something that's done off the court affects what, if that's going to affect how you see the game because of a couple words, then clearly you didn't care about that sport in the first place. And let
What?
no, I'm dead ass serious. If you let a couple words affect you to the point where you get ass hurt over it, and be like, oh, I don't want to watch anymore, blah blah blah, and pout your head and all the other shit. Then yeah, it is what it is. There, let's go. Let's go. The Heat game's on right now. Obviously we're gonna be talking about the playoffs later. Um, they just made a three tie game, right? So yeah. So oh my god, and they got the turnover. Let's go.
All right, can you go on? Can you go on? Can you go on?
Yo,
Oh my
like
gosh, and now your brother too. Okay.
okay, so it's starting to make more sense now. I remember Sky Pippen outright called him a racist, and I thought
Yeah.
that was overboard. I'm not gonna sit there and be like it's still not it's probably still overboard because Sky Pippen will call anybody a racist, but when it comes to Phil Jackson, I can't outright dismiss that anymore. I can't.
You dismissed it before.
Yeah, I did, but now with this comment, I have a hard time dismissing it. I can't dismiss it because Steve, here's the thing that you fail to realize. If you watch the sport because you like the sport, that's all you need to watch it. You just watch the sport. But these guys are not robots. They're human beings. And when everything going on when it came to George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and all the other stuff, you can't just be like, oh, it's too political. You need to stay out of it. No, 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 because at the end of the day, their families those are their families out there. Those are their people out there. And you're stunned that a prominently black sport is gonna raise up and try to bring awareness to black causes. You're surprised by this? Hello, this the league has always been political. It's always been. What are you surprised by? What surprises me that a guy who spent a vast majority of his time around these people simply can't understand why it's happening. You don't have to like what they're doing, but at least you can at least understand it. Fuck, at least understand it. Because I would figure that you would have had at least one or two conversations with a black person about how they grew up, at the very least. And I know Phil Jackson came from a tough background. At least I think he did. Because I think I remember because I remember obviously the Last Dance and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, like it's like if people are alienated by a couple words, then they weren't real fans to begin with.
Oh, come on. That's
They're not.
ridiculous. And
They're
you know
not.
it.
They're
That's
not real fans to
ridiculous.
begin with. They're not. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that should matter is the game. That's all that should matter. And let's also not pretend that when he was an executive, he failed. He was a failure, and I guarantee you that played a large part in that too. Of course, that played a large part in that. Him being a failure as a Knicks executive. Let's go, man. Let's go. So to me, look, I think that he's entitled to his opinion, right? But I just find it so funny that a guy who made his money off of who made his money off of black players, all of a sudden can't seem to relate to the black causes. After he made his money off the back of these black players,
Mm-hmm.
I just find it funny that come on, man, come on.
Yeah, you must be like way ahead of me. You because of Drew Holloway shot, right?
Well, yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah, you way. I just he just scored just now. So man, you're way ahead of me.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, you're wrong for that, man. You can't just because they don't like Black Lives Matter or they don't like the whole political stuff. Oh, that means that you never liked the sport in the first. That is absolutely nothing but horse manure, man. They if the whole Black Lives Matter thing never appeared on the court and all the other social injustice stuff, they would have continued watching the sport with no complaints.
All right,
You know that.
and what do you think is more important to them, sending a message or a couple white people watching the sport?
Are you talking about the NBA?
Yeah, what do you think is more important to them, sending a message or a bunch of white people or white people watching their sport? The
The
people who
most
complain watching their sport.
what
What
should
do you
be
think is
most
what's most important to them?
the most important thing is that you should entertain the people, all of them.
That's what they do.
That's not being political is not entertainment, Hoovy.
Hey,
It's not.
the sport is what's entertainment. Whatever they do outside of it is what they do outside of it. But the
It's not
sport,
outside. It's in the inside. It's
okay,
inside.
what they're playing the sport, yes or no?
Yeah,
They're playing basketball, yes or no?
yeah.
The Black Lives Matter logo doesn't count for 4 points. If I shoot off with the Black Lives Matter logo, it don't count for 4 points.
It,
It's a letter. It's
is
letters.
it?
That's all
Is
it
it?
is.
But you said outside. Is that stuff inside or outside?
It's there.
Okay, so if it's
There, but
inside,
it
that
has
means that.
nothing to do with the game itself.
But
When
people could see
it,
it, right?
who gives a shit if they can see it or not?
People could see under people can see on their
Because
TV screen, right?
that's the problem. They don't want to see it. That's the problem.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, you 100% correct.
Yeah, they
If
don't want
people
to see
don't
it.
if people wanted stuff to be political, they will go to the news channel,
Yeah,
not the sports channel.
they will go to wherever. Let's go, Jimmy Butler. Let's go. Okay, yeah, they'll go to the news channel. They'll wait on Tucker Carlson. Oh, never mind. They can't do that. They'll just find some other random white dude to take over that slot, and they'll just hear the same bullshit talking points that's been regurgitated. They don't want to see it because at the end of the day, they don't look at these guys as human beings. They look at these guys as come on, let's
Dude, you're too far ahead, man. You're too far ahead. Relax,
There's nothing I can do about this. I can't do. Dude, I can only react.
dude. Relax, relax.
No. Wait, that was in the three? Oh my god. What I told you about playoff Jimmy? What I told you about playoff Jimmy? Huh?
Whoa!
What I told you about playoff Jimmy?
Damn, he made the freaking 3-point shot like that. Well, all I got to say is you guys were lucky that Giannis was hurt.
He's playing right now.
No, 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 no,
He's on the
no, no,
court.
no, 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 no. You know
Oh,
something, Hoovy?
it was a two. It was a two.
You know something, Hoovy?
Is it?
You're the same guy that would have said, "Oh, well, Miami could have been up 3-0, and then if he was available for Game 4, oh, he was there in Game 4. Oh, he was there in
He's
Game 4.
there.
Like, oh, yeah, yeah. Like,
He had a triple double. He had a triple
get out of
double.
here, man. Like, get out of here, man.
He
Come
had a
on.
triple. Oh, he has 51. I didn't realize he had 51 points. I had no idea. But he's there, Steve. Oh,
He was out. He was out for 2 games. Two.
Okay,
Matter of fact, 2.5.
understood. But they were winning this game. They're winning the game, and then guess what happened? Playoff Jimmy happened. But now it's a 2-point game. It's getting nervous right now. It's getting nervous right now.
But I mean, if they win this game, they win the series. But they only won because Giannis wasn't healthy.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
That's why.
That's fine.
That's why. At least you could at least you could admit that.
I mean, injuries happen, bro. Injuries happen. Okay, you know what your problem is? You're watching TNT. That's right. That's why you gotta watch. Oh, let's go. You gotta watch sports. You gotta watch Bally.
Oh, okay,
there
okay.
he is. Oh, there.
Oh, okay. I gotta watch. I gotta watch the Sun sports.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go Sun Sports.
Oh, okay. Crap, man. The only problem with this one is that they don't have the HD option on this channel.
Oh, that's not like SCU problem. I'm sorry, guys. We got derailed by Jimmy Butler's greatness.
No. You did. You did.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I got derailed by Jimmy Butler's greatness.
Yeah. So what you're saying is,
right.
what you're saying is, forget the podcast.
No.
Forget for everybody that's like,
we will get right back on it.
For everybody that's watching us right now, this is all Hoovy's doing, not me.
Yo, are you watching this?
I'm watching.
Hey, tell him I said what's up.
He said, Steve says hi.
All right, I mean, look,
it's still a 4-point game. Probably a 5. If he makes this a 5-point game. But,
no, the game's not over yet. The game's not over yet.
No, not over yet. Not over yet. Okay. Made both.
Man, I cannot believe what I'm watching here.
No! Oh, good. There we go. I thought they were gonna call a foul.
Why in the world would Giannis do a crazy spin move? Dude, just freaking dunk the ball if you're gonna do that. Just dunk the ball. Like, why in the world is people scaring to dunk nowadays?
Yeah.
And yet, a few podcasts ago, you said that Jimmy was not a top 10 player.
No. Don't put words in my mouth. I say that people don't perceive him as a top 10 player.
And you too.
No, I also said
exactly. Yes.
I also said that when it comes to the playoffs, I'm picking Jimmy Butler. That's my dude in the playoffs. You're the one trying to call, get on him for not trying during the regular season. I told you during that podcast, he gets judged on the playoffs, and playoff Jimmy don't fucking miss. Playoff Jimmy's a vibe. Hey, you know who I hope is watching right now? I hope Malta's watching right now.
Malta?
Yeah.
What's going on with Malta?
He is the biggest Jimmy Butler defector that I know. Detractor that I know.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, I cannot remember. Oh, dude, you know what you should probably do right now is actually message him.
Let me also say this. If it wasn't for, when it comes to this is the most points that any Heat players ever had in a playoff game.
Wait, so
Most points in
Dwayne Wade never had
50 point game in the playoff. No, not to my knowledge. No,
Oh
neither
wow,
neither,
okay,
neither had LeBron. Neither had LeBron.
okay.
Like like if it wasn't for the championship, the greatest playoff player that he had ever had has been Jimmy Butler, based purely on the numbers.
So more than LeBron and Wade.
Yeah, and I said if you don't count the championship, because you have to count when it comes to that stuff, you have to count the championship. But when it comes to playoff performance, this is the best playoff performance in Heat history, based purely on the numbers. Now again, this is I think they're up by 7, so still there's still time left. Yeah, that's a miss. So miss again. Ah, come on. I think the game's over, but
Yeah, they get yeah, the game's over. Miami is going to advance. Wow, like Miami is going to advance. For Milwaukee to it's man, it's just so unfortunate that Giannis was hurt, man. So what is he challenging?
I
And
think
what's going on? What's going on with Larry?
I don't know, but he need to calm his ass down.
Yeah, you don't want to give out free points.
Exactly.
Do you know what he was upset about?
I have no idea.
Hovi, you might as well just stream the thing if you're going to be delaying the podcast.
I'm not delaying anything. I'm just watching. Okay, while they do this, okay, so what your opinion is that you agree with Phil Jackson and I don't agree with Phil Jackson. Like I don't think people don't want to see it, but of course they don't want to see it because they want to listen to the bullshit that they're fed every other day by Tucker Carlson / whoever random white dude they hear on Fox News when they take over that 8 o'clock slot. They don't want to see it because they don't want reality hitting them in the face. Anytime reality hitting them in the face, especially when it's something that goes against their ideals, goes against their ideology, they don't want to see it. And I understand that. But at the end of the day, if you're trying to find a league that is like not trying to be political, you're saying the NBA ain't gonna be that? No, you picked the wrong league. You picked the wrong league, bro. Because that's not what that's not what they're about. That's not what their players are about. Cause look at the number that is on. Look at the number that's on the Heat jerseys. The black patch on the Heat jersey, the black number, the number 6, Bill Russell.
Mm-hmm.
All the bullshit that he went through when he went through playing in Boston. You don't think that struggle resonates with players, especially black players? He absolutely should resonate. Like, and if you're offended by Black Lives Matter, you absolutely should be offended by that, by the number 6 on the jersey. Because at the end of the day, all that stuff is connected. All that stuff is connected. So like, what are we at the end of the day? If you're Phil Jackson, what are you upset about? Is it really about the Black Lives Matter thing, or is it more than that?
About Black Lives Matter?
Yeah,
No, I think
or is there something more than that?
I think yeah, I think it is more than just Black Lives Matter. I think I do believe that there's a hidden agenda behind it, but they're not. But I don't. To me, I don't think it really matters at this point anymore because they haven't been as political like they used to be.
No, but like these guys they'll still champion causes. They'll still champion causes. You know what I mean? And to me, that there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
Even
but look, they're still political, somewhat now. Like for example, like with all the like when we discussed the whole gay pride thing and all the rainbow garbage that they were displaying on TV,
Mhm.
and how I got annoyed by it, and you made
But
fun
you
of
still
me.
but you still watch.
I don't think I watched that game.
Okay, that's fine, but you still watch the sport. You still watch the league.
Yeah,
So like, so you don't have to like it, but you got over it and you watch. So some people are not going to get over it and they're not going to watch. All right, so fuck them. That's not gonna change who I am. That's
yeah,
not.
but you okay? But the fact that I didn't watch, or if I had missed a lot of games, because of it,
I mean, it is what it is.
there's going to be people who just going to, like I said, they went away and they'll stay away.
All right, that's fine. That's fine, Steve. That's perfectly fine. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather be myself than cater to a bunch of people being something I'm not. Oh, fuck out of here with that bank three. Fuck out of here.
That was a nice shot, though. That was a very nice shot.
Yeah, but yeah, my point is that I'm not going to cater to somebody to be something I'm not.
You're going to cater to someone else.
No, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be myself. Like when you talk about them catering to the BLM crowd or whatever, most of those people are probably NBA fans anyway. Let's be real. Let's be real. Like again, you're talking about a sport that has some of the most visible stars in the planet. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about some of the most visible athletes on the planet.
Hmm.
And if they, like if they want to speak out about certain things, they should have a right to. Because at the end of the day, they're human beings just like everybody else.
Okay.
And the league sees that. And when it comes to Phil Jackson, like I do wonder what the agenda is. Because because the one thing I will never ever, the one thing I will never ever, I don't want to say forgive, but I'll never forget is when he called LeBron James's crew a posse. That's an absolute denigration of who these black guys are. Absolute denigration of who these guys are. You know what I mean? And I don't think he ever. I think he apologized. I think he died. I don't remember, but that don't go away. That don't go away.
Yeah, I know you
Because
have a hard time. You have a
because
hard time forgiving.
yeah, because there's a lot of coded language there. There's lots of coded language there, and that. I mean, it is what it is, man. So I mean, I'll give you the last word on this. I'm a bask in the glory of Jimmy
No, no,
Butler.
no, no. Let's move on because we're already 2 hours in. We can move
Okay,
on. We
okay.
can move on.
Oh, okay. Shout out to my boy Jimmy Butler, bro. Shout out to Jimmy Butler.
Keep in mind, everybody, Giannis was injured for 2.5 games.
That's fine. He was there. He had a triple double. He had a triple double, and they still lost. They still lost. Joshua, what's going on, bro? Join the Discord. The Discord chat. The Discord link is in the top of the chat. Retrospective J. What's going
just
on, bro?
just so everybody know, it was Joshua's birthday,
What's going on, Joshua? What's good? Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. Join the Discord. Happy birthday.
and because of how we the uncles care about him so much,
Mm-hmm.
he got a PS5.
Oh, you got some good uncles, Joshua. You got some good uncles, man.
Yeah. He got like me, my brother, um a couple other uncles of his who's not really related to us. But yeah, he got really he got a nice gift. So
Outstanding.
like who you can ask for anything better.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, man. So retrospective J, what's going on, bro? Yeah. Join the Discord. All right. Join the Discord. And critical drop. Yes, one game away. Join the Discord. Critical drop. Join the Discord. All right. So okay. So I guess we might as well let's get to the playoff bracket. Right. Let me update this. let's update this because let me see. Let me try to let me reload this.
I've been trying to tell you, Hoovy, that Jimmy Butler is a top 10 guy, but what you did in the podcast? Oh, is he better than this guy? Oh, is he better than that guy? Oh, is he
Did
better than him?
did
Oh, is he
you
better than him? And no,
did
that
you understand? Did you understand the point that I was trying to make?
you was trying to say that he's not top 10,
No, what I was saying is that people don't perceive him as a top 10 player.
and you do.
So he always get no. I like again like you don't. I already proved to you that you don't.
No, I said he.
And that's fine. And I said that's fine. That's not, it's not a knock on him. It's not a knock on him. It's not.
In the playoffs right now. Is he better than Tatum?
I mean, if you talk about playoffs right now, he is number one right now.
So he's better than
Number
Tatum.
one. He's number one right now. Like that performance, ain't no one done that in the playoffs so far. Nobody. I'm trying to look for a updated. Okay, they don't have the unfortunately they don't have the numbers there, but we kind of know we all pretty much know what the we all pretty much know what the series is. So we might to talk about this game. This game was absolutely crazy. I didn't because I had the game on mute, so I didn't realize that the game was I didn't realize he. I know he was having a great game, but I didn't realize he was like at 50. We were down 9 points the entire game, like between 9 to 11 points the entire game. And then I mean Jimmy Butler went off, best player on the court by a lot.
Yeah, he did. He went off.
Yeah. So right now they are up 3-1 right now on Milwaukee. Um, look, I'm still saying that this series is far from over. It's far from
So
over.
so you think that it's gonna go to 7 games?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that this series is far from over.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that don't count your horses. Don't count your horses before. Wait, how does the saying go? Just be careful, right? Just be careful. You're going back to their place. They're obviously gonna be mad because Jimmy Butler dug in their ass, and yeah, they're gonna want some revenge. So yeah, so I'm dude, I'm so happy right now, bro. I'm so happy right now, bro. I'm so happy. So I mean, you have anything else to say?
As far as the game goes, it's what
Mhm.
I've been trying to say the whole entire time, even during the All Star break. I've said that Jimmy Butler is the best player in the team. You said it was Bam Adebayo.
Yeah,
That's what you said.
yeah.
And I said no, 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 that it was Jimmy Butler.
Based on
And
how
that
they're
and that Jimmy Butler should have been an All Star.
based
And
on
and I
what they
think he got screwed over. Go ahead.
based on how they're playing, Bam deserved to be an All Star. Why? Because of all the things that you said. Why here's what I think you're trying to do right now. I think you're trying to be right by just trying to just pick at little things that I said or whatever in the past. You're the one that tried to call out Jimmy Butler for being lazy in the first half, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, when he made that reveal, I was highly disappointed in him. Yes.
Okay, then how is he then and you yet you thought he should have been an All Star over Bam Adebayo.
Well, yeah, but he didn't reveal it at that time.
Okay, you can just tell by the way they played. Now, mind you, only one of us watched him play, and I told you that Bam Adebayo
I
was
watched
their
him
best
play.
player.
Don't give me that garbage.
All right, Bam Adebayo was their most deserving All Star that year, this year. I also told you, which you're not telling everybody in the chat, is that Jimmy Butler has been their best player for the second half of the season. And
I
I
don't
also,
remember. I don't remember you saying that. But if you said
I
that,
did,
I'll give you credit for that.
And I also said that when it comes to the playoffs, I'm picking Jimmy Butler. The playoff Jimmy is a thing. He can go lax on the regular season. I don't give a fuck about that. But when it comes to playoff time, I know Jimmy gonna deliver. I know I said that to you. I don't have no worries about Jimmy Butler in the playoffs because he's that dude. He's that dude.
Hmm.
Now, so let's move on to the next series, right? I have to do this because I have to I'm gonna have to call you out, okay? I am gonna have to call you out, so don't get mad at me, okay? Now, the series in the Eastern Conference that was the least interesting was Brooklyn versus Philadelphia, right? Because we knew that Brooklyn were frauds. In that, at the end of the day,
I said that they were going to get swept. What'd you call me out for?
no. I'm calling you on a second. Hold on a second. Now, we all knew that Philadelphia was a better player, was a better team, right? Now, first thing first, yeah. Let's look at this kick first. Is this a is this a flagrant foul? Is this a flagrant two? Not Shaq muscles. We're talking. Let's wait for that in a second. Is this a flagrant two?
Let me see.
In my opinion, that's a flagrant two.
That's a flagrant. That's a flagrant one, or just a technical foul.
That's a flagrant two. You can't kick so come on. Like didn't Draymond Green didn't Draymond Green get kicked in the kick someone in the balls and got suspended?
He. I don't remember. I don't. But I think you talk about the one against Steven Adams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, he had kicked people in the nuts prior to that, and nothing happened to him.
Uh, I don't know, but that to me that was a flagrant two. I also want to show this because here's the thing, you always call out LeBron James for flopping, right? Saying, oh, he's too big to do this and all the other shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Okay, let me see if I can find this. Look at this bullshit right here. Have you ever seen a guy that big fall yeah, I gotta go on Twitter. I don't know if you can see. You can't see this right now.
All this, I see a whole bunch of ads in your screen.
Oh, okay. So you can see so you can see this. Okay, that's actually a good thing. Let me see if I can get rid of this shit. Oh shit! God, I hate this shit. Yeah, stop. Get the shit out of this. Get the shit out the way. All right, so let me go on Twitter. Like, I've never seen a guy fall as much as this guy does. It's embarrassing.
LeBron James is the
It's
king of flopping.
okay. After I want, yeah, I want you to say that after this. Let me see. Let me filter this out. Let me see if I could come up with something a little bit more recent. This month. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. They have a compilation of him doing this. Steve, this dude's almost 300 pounds. Come on, bro.
Let me. Can you rewind it or no?
No. What, Steven?
No, that one was legit.
And this was all in one
ah,
game.
that was funny. That one is legit though. That one's legit. That one, come on. This one's legit.
And he has tons of compilations like this.
That was funny.
Like dude, this is embarrassing, bro.
That one was funny. That one was funny. All right, that's funny. But come on here, man. LeBron James is the exact same way, but worse.
No,
That's
worse than
that's
this.
That's number one.
Worse than this. Look,
Yes,
he just fell down.
yes, worse. And number two, LeBron James was the one that started it, and everybody else followed.
No, dude, come on, stop the bullshit, man. That's not
Everybody else followed suit.
bro. They've been flopping for years in the NBA.
Not yeah, but LeBron made it a standard.
No, he didn't.
LeBron, LeBron,
If there anybody who made it a standard, it was Mono Ginobili. But I've never seen LeBron James do this. Constantly, he's almost 300 pounds. Look at how much he's falling on the floor. No wonder why he has a fucking sprained knee. No wonder why he has a sprained knee because he's always flopping on the floor.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This is cracking me up, man. This is cracking
No,
me up.
of course it's cracking you up because it's not LeBron James doing it. That's why.
No, it's
It's
cracking
not
me up
LeBron James
because
doing it. That's why.
no, it's cracking me up because he's not even trying. He's not even acting correctly. Like he's just falling, just to fall. Like he's not even trying to make it reasonable or trying to make it believable. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the way he does it was just hilarious. But
All
no,
right.
to me, LeBron made it a standard, and then you seen everybody else do it, like Trey Young. You seen Steph Curry do it a couple of times. You see James Harden do it a lot. But I'm still blaming LeBron James for this. I'm blaming LeBron for that the league is soft. I'm blaming LeBron that the league is always flopping everywhere. I'm blaming LeBron with all the whole buddy nonsense, and I'm blaming LeBron for all the softness.
Okay.
LeBron is responsible for all of that.
That's fine. Just blame the player you don't like. That's fine.
Yeah.
They're gonna be playing. They're likely gonna be playing the Atlanta Hawks in the second. I mean, not the Boston Celtics in the second round. Um, what's that dude's name? Dejounte Murray. He decided to get up he decided to get up in the referee's face and decided to he made a decision that he wanted to go home early. That's pretty much what he did.
I didn't see that. Well, why did he do
Yeah,
it?
we'll watch it right now. We're waiting for this ad to finish. Yeah, he wanted to go home early. So yeah, let me blow it up to full screen. Let me show you. You're watching this right now, right?
Yeah, just get rid of that bar at the bottom.
Okay. Let me rewind. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
shout out to the dude whoever he is in the left corner.
Hmm. See him bumping into the referee, jawed at him, and then he walked away. And he has been suspended for one game.
Wait, I didn't see a bump. Go rewind it.
Okay. Look at the bottom part of the screen. Look at the referee 50.
Left free. Okay.
Okay. Let me. All right. Commentary on the referee.
Mm-hmm.
Number 50.
Okay.
And you saw it?
No, it just skipped it. Like it just completely skipped it.
No. Okay. You locate the referee, number 50.
Yeah.
Locate him. You see him?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Don't say yeah just to say yeah. You see him?
Yes. The mouse cursor is on him right now.
Okay. All right. All right. So pay attention right there. Look at him. You saw that?
Hoovy, I think you're gonna have to like pause it when it happens.
Okay, Steve. Boom.
Well, let-
Look at number 5. Look at Dejounte Murray. Dejounte Murray
Okay.
right here.
Yeah. Do it and pause it again. Let me see.
Okay.
Okay.
Right there in his face, bumped into him. I guess he has something to say about him. And because you can't do that to a referee, you're going to get suspended, which is exactly what he did.
Oh, so this was after the game was over.
After game 4.
Oh, so this was after the game was over. I thought that he was because when you said he wanted to go home early, I thought you meant that he did this during the game.
No.
But this
He
was
did
after
it
the game was already over.
Yeah, but they're going to lose. I don't know when the next game is, but they're going to lose because he's been their second best player. Well, he's been their. I think he's been their best player, but obviously, they got him from San Antonio. Um, and like I said, he decided to bump a referee, and when you do that, you're gonna get suspended.
Why did he do that though? What was he
Probably,
upset about?
probably I have no idea. I don't think anyone talked to him. But yeah, like he got suspended, and they're going to lose Game 5 in Boston. So
Yeah,
so
they're definitely losing game five. But
yeah.
we knew that they were going to win at least one game.
I mean, the props to them. They won one game, but we also know that they're not good. So it is what it is. Now, the surprise for me in the first round is Knicks versus Cavaliers. I thought this game was gonna go 7.
Me too.
I still think it can go 7. But the one thing that to me is clear right now is that New York is the better team. New York is the better team. And as great as Donovan Mitchell didn't play well yesterday,
Hmm.
but he's a great player. And Cleveland have good players on the team. It's just that they're not as deep as New York. So I think they'll win Game 5. If Game 6 is what I'm wondering if they'll win Game 6. That's
Yeah,
one thing because I think they'll win Game 5.
yeah. It seems like overall the Knicks just have a lot of weapons in their roster. So when you look at guys like Brunson and you know what else that I actually appreciated? I don't think did Randall play in the last game
No,
I don't think he played. I think they
no,
benched him,
yeah.
dude.
I'm not bench. Bench is a strong word. The guys who are in his place were playing well.
Yeah,
So what's the point of bringing him back? Because he was having a bad game before that.
which is why I appreciate tough love. I do. I appreciate tough love. If you're not going to play bad, or if you're just out there lollygagging instead of trying to perform and trying to help your team win, have a seat. Have a seat. We'll have somebody else do your job, and then when you get better, when you finally act like you want to play again, then you could go out and play. The guy only had like 7 points.
Yeah.
So if you're going to perform like that, take a seat.
Now
Yeah,
I do think he's still playing hurt. So I'll give him a pass. But Thibodeau did the right thing. Play your hot players.
yeah. Even RJ Barrett had a far better game than he did, and I know how much you kept on hating on RJ Barrett.
No, I'm not hating on
But
RJ Barrett. You try to implicate that he's on the same level as Zion Williamson, and I'm telling you that's not true at all.
I never said that. What I said was because he was a top 3 pick, that I expected him to be an all star.
Okay, and I mean he's a good player, but he's not an all star.
You called him a role player.
He is a role player.
Okay, there you go.
All right,
A role player is not great.
that's fine. No, you don't have to be. You don't have to be. You don't have to be a superstar, but just be productive. That's it.
Yeah, but was hoping that he would have elevated, his game. Um, he would have elevated his game by now, but
Oh,
he didn't. But so I think he's pretty much
still
going to
young.
stay where he at.
He's still young, Steve. Yeah, yeah.
You were a top 3 pick. You need to be better.
Okay.
He needs to be better. But look, I mean, I'm still going to give him partial credit because I think he's averaging almost 20 points per game. I have to look up and see for sure, but I think it's about 18 to 20 points per game, which is good. And as long as because we already know what we're going to get from Brunson, that dude proved that he could ball,
Yes.
and it constantly shows how stupid the Dallas Mavericks are. Now he's gonna have his thing. I think if Randall gets his thing up together, he'll have his thing. But if RJ Barrett could still score points too, and with the production of Robinson and what's the other guy's name? Something Hart. What's his name?
Josh Hart.
Yeah. Thanks.
Mhm.
Yeah, all of those guys, bro. That's a when you count how many players, that's a very good roster. And if everybody could be
Yes.
productive, that series could be over. Pretty much tomorrow. The
Yeah,
series could be over tomorrow.
yeah, it can be.
The only the only thing is is that with the problem that I have with Cleveland is that it seems like I don't know who to blame. Either they rely on Donovan Mitchell too much,
Mhm.
or or no, yeah, I think that's what it is. I think they're just relying on Donovan Mitchell too
Well,
much, or
they're a
maybe
young team. They're a young team. They're talented, but they're a young team. Like they haven't that. I think that core hasn't really been in the playoff series. I know they were in the playing last year and they lost in the playing, but they haven't been in a playoff series like that. So
yeah. But with what you've been seeing with the Kings, you can't. I don't think you could use that excuse anymore.
I uh I guess so. I don't know. I I I don't know. It's tough, but you are right. The Kings have done very well. But before we get to Kings and Warriors, we had to go to the most exciting series in the Western Conference. That's Nuggets and Warriors. Um,
The Nuggets are not playing the Warriors.
I mean not Warriors. Nuggets and Timberwolves.
That's oh okay, I see what you're doing. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I haven't seen a second of this game. All I saw was the last second three by um Anthony Edwards,
Mm-hmm.
and like he won them a game.
Well,
That's
yeah,
all.
he did his job. Like it's similar, with the whole Trey Young situation. Like when if your overall team is really not that good, but if you have that one superstar or almost elite player
Mhm.
or a star, they could get you a game or two. Well, most likely just one game.
Yeah.
But they did this thing. They went into overtime, and I think the series is pretty much over for them as well. Do I think they could probably steal one more game? No,
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 I don't think so.
no. I don't.
And if you're Denver, like, okay, a superstar beat you in one game. Finish this shit tomorrow, so we can get to so you can be in a series that actually people will care about.
Exactly.
So finish this shit. Finish this shit, Denver. Um,
Yeah,
you,
and besides, I think overall, similar to with the Knicks, like they have guys who could score. It's not just Joker. It's not just
they're down.
Porter. He's pretty good,
Yeah.
and and I don't care what anybody says. I like Aaron Gordon. I don't just view him as somebody who just dunks the ball or whatever. No, I don't
I
just
view him as someone who cries about dunking, about dunking contests. But other than that, he's a good player. I
no.
just wish he didn't cry so much about losing a dunk contest.
Well, he got screwed over not once but twice, so he deserved to cry
Okay,
and pout about it.
all right, over a meaningless
He,
slam dunk
he
contest.
yeah,
Whatever.
he absolutely deserved because he should have won at least one of those awards. You know what I mean?
All right.
But to me, I don't view him as he's just a dunker and that's it. I think the dude could actually play.
Yeah, he can. He can. He's a great fit for that team. And don't forget about
Exactly.
Jamal Murray. That dude's balling.
Yo, yeah, him and Joker, they're gonna do their thing. They're gonna do their thing.
Yeah.
Like it's everybody else that I also want to do well.
Okay.
You
All
know what
right.
I mean?
So yeah. So all right. So let's go into 2-7. And I have a tweet that I want to show you guys. All right. Am I on Twitter right now? Okay. Skip for now. Let's go to my feed. Now, Morant came back. I think the Lakers are up 2-1 right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Morant came back from the injury and played well. Played very well. So props to him. Where's the tweet that I sent? I know I sent. Okay, there we go. This tweet right here. Now, this right here, this guy right here, Dylan Brooks, right? Now, Dylan Brooks has become a known commodity around the league because he does a lot of trash talking, right? He does a lot of trash talking. You know what I mean? He called LeBron James old or whatnot.
Which is
But
which is true.
then,
Which is
okay,
true.
but then when he gets cooked by LeBron and the Lakers, He decides, oh, I'm not going to talk to the media. And then when he talks to the media, now he wants to say this. The media making me a villain. The fans making me a villain. That just creates another persona on me. And to that, I said, shut the hell up. Why did I say that to Dylan Brooks?
Why?
Because you can't go around talking shit, and then when you get your shit kicked in, you start to backpedal. Stop acting like a little bitch. You sit there, you do all this trash talking. Nolan, what's good, bro? How you doing, bro? How you doing, bro? Join this.
No,
Wait, you are you on the Discord? Are you
yeah,
on the Discord?
Nolan, you're here, Nolan. Better late than never, bro.
Let me check if you're on the Discord. Let me check real quick. Where's my phone? Let me see if you're on the Discord.
This guy's determined with his Discord thing. This guy's determined.
Hey,
He's
I
determined.
created the Discord. You know what I mean? So I want all my friends to be part of it. Let me see. Are you there, Nolan? No, I don't see you there, Nolan. Unless you're under a different name, I don't see you there, Nolan. I need you. I need you on the Discord, my guy. Here you go. If you need help, I got the I got the link right up here.
I really wish you was like this determined and this persistent with the podcast by sharing it on all your platforms.
I don't share the podcast on Facebook. I don't use it. I don't like it. I don't do it.
Yeah,
It's too much. It's too much.
and what about IG? No
Mm,
excuses.
no,
All
no,
right,
no. Yeah,
let's move. No excuses.
regardless of that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, no. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that garbage from Dylan Brooks. I don't want to hear that. Oh, the media is making me out to be a villain. No, you did that. You did that. You sit there, you do all your jawing and jaw jacking and all the other shit you do to get attention, and now you got the attention, and now you want to push back on that. No, fuck that shit. You call for it, you embrace it. Don't backpedal.
That's not the issue that I have with Dylan Brooks.
What should you have with Dylan Brooks?
My issue with Dylan Brooks was that you decided to talk all that trash and you didn't even score 10 points. That's my issue. You didn't even score 10 points. You scored seven in that game.
You-
Seven. You could double check to make sure if I'm right, but I think you only scored 7 points in that game.
I mean, he's known for his defense,
That's
which is
fine.
fine. But like, don't talk trash and then act like a victim afterwards.
I
Don't
mean,
act like a victim afterwards.
people who have been villains, in the past, like there was a point in time, Kobe was a villain.
Mm-hmm.
He embraced it. Paul Pierce was a villain. He embraced it. Currently, right now, I know how much you hate Patrick Beverly, but he embraces it.
Yeah, and I'll give him credit for that. Like he don't run away from being a villain. He's not gonna backpedal and be like, oh, they're trying to make me do this and trying to make me be that. No, he embraces it.
Yeah.
Now you want to run away from it like a little child after you got punked by the Lakers. With that said, do you think the Lakers winning the series?
I still, now that Morant is back. Um.
I don't know, man, because even though he was back, they beat the shit out of the Memphis.
Yeah. He had like 45 points. So I get it. Um. I was just a little I was just a little disappointed in Bane. I think if Bane next time, does well, I think the Grizzlies is going to win.
I mean, the game's on now, so
I
right now
think, yeah.
Lakers are up by 8. So
Well, the game
yeah,
just started.
the game just
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
But
The game just started, and what's his name? Jackson.
mhm.
Yeah, he has to play well also. Like if they could just play well as a collective, and obviously all teams could do that, but they have great stars in that squad.
Yeah, they do.
They do, and they all could play. At least most of them, could all play defense. So I still expect them, to win the series, but it won't surprise me if the Lakers win. It won't
It'll be
surprise me.
interesting. I think if the Lakers win this game, I think the Lakers win the series.
I
If
agree.
if Memphis win, then it's a pretty much it's you know still a free for all.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And okay, they're in the second quarter already. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So going back to this. All right. So Warriors and Kings.
Did you watch? Did you watch that game?
Yeah. This has been the best series so far in the playoff. This has been the best series. They're tied 2-2. Frankly, I think Sacramento had a chance to win all 4 games, honestly. But I also think the Warriors had an opportunity to win all 4 games. The series has been that close, and let's talk about Draymond Green, right? Because I remember I think you said that he should not have gotten suspended, right?
Yes.
For let's look at the video. Let's look at the video. So you don't think he should have gotten suspended?
No.
I know why he got suspended.
Because of stomp. That's why.
No, not because of the stomp.
Oh, because you're gonna say because of his history.
That's part of it. Now let's look at him hitting him with the what's that dude's name? Not Rich Franklin.
Sabonis.
Yeah. No. The guy who's that preacher guy who sings something Franklin. What's his name?
Kurt Franklin.
Kurt Franklin with the stomp. Obviously, Draymond's a big fan of that song. Now here's the thing. At first, if it was just the stomp, I actually don't think he should get suspended. I agree with you because one, Sabonis grabbed his leg, which is a no. I don't think guys should be doing that at all. And so, on that first note, he should not have got suspended. The reason why he got suspended was because of the other stuff, his history, and it's also let me look at this stuff right here. After he gets after the stomp thing happens, you're gonna show it right here. After he does that, I'm gonna show another replay of it. So he does that. If he this is why he got suspended.
By going out with the crowd?
Yes. Doing this. Now, mind you, Adam Silver's in the crowd. Adam Silver's there. Now he don't make the punishment, but I guarantee you, he told Joe Dumars, "Yo, this guy's getting suspended again." If he had just gotten his player 2 and this left, I think there's a chance they would have given him a break and not suspended him. It's because of this stuff right here is why he got suspended.
Because he went at the crowd.
Egging them on, almost, and if they now mind you, how did the malice in the palace start?
Because the crowd a fan threw something at around a test.
And what would happen? And now again, I'm not trying to blame Draymond for this, but what would have happened if he did that and a Sacramento fan threw something at him? What do you think he's gonna do?
He's gonna react.
Yeah. And we're gonna have a malice in the palace situation right there. See, this is why he got suspended. Because all the other stuff, the histrionics and all the other stuff, the egging on the crowd, cursing at the crowd. This is why he got suspended.
So you're saying that he got suspended because of past histrionics?
Yeah,
that's stupid. Punish the guy for what he did in the game, not what he did in the past.
Yeah, but also he also got punished for this also.
Dude, just about every player does that.
I mean, there are levels to this, Steve.
What level? He's just talking trash. Like what exactly what you're supposed to do? They're talking trash to him.
No, if there's a situation where you stepped on their guy, you stepped on their guy, emotions are high, right? So yeah, and then you're going on egging the crowd on and doing all the other stuff. Yeah, it's not gonna fly in the league.
This is just what once again the league just continues to be soft and soft and soft. That's why.
All right.
If you're gonna get all upset and get all empowered and for the simple fact that he went at the crowd, like it just continues to validate my point that the league is constantly getting softer and softer and softer. That's the problem.
All
I don't
right.
want to hear this garbage about you suspended for a game because you went at the crowd, which is something that normally when it comes to competition that people do anyway by default, whether if they had a technical foul or not or been ejected or not. This is something that all players do, at least most of them. I don't want to hear this garbage about oh you got suspended just because you went at the crowd. Like that's just stupid. If they suspended him, because of that, that just continues to show and it proves my point that the league is getting too soft. That's what it means.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh.
Here we go again. And remember how you when you remember you said you heard me on the voice note about Anthony Davis,
Yeah.
and now we see this again.
So every time he falls down, you catch your breath. You hold your breath.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, he seems to be okay. All right. So unfortunately, now they did win without Draymond. They won game 3. I think he came out game 4, and I watched the ending of that game. That dude defense was insane.
You said unfortunately. Why is it unfortunate?
No, I was gonna mention this news. The news is unfortunate for De'Aaron Fox, because apparently I think he has a broken finger.
Wait, but he played in the last game perfectly fine.
No, I think he probably got hurt near the end of the game.
Really?
Yeah,
He
let me
broke
see.
his hand or he broke his finger?
I think it's a finger. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find.
Oh crap! That just reminded me, dude. I wanted to talk about your situation. How do you feel about the Kawhi situation?
No, yeah, don't no. That would be the last. That would technically be. We'll talk about that in the Phoenix Clippers series. That would be because that's the main thing I want to talk about.
Okay, okay, okay.
That's the main thing I want to talk about. But let me see if I can find this news about De'Aaron Fox.
All right. Well, so why are you looking at that? To me, this series is going to go 7. But if it goes 7, Warriors are going to lose.
You think so?
I think in order for the Warriors to move on,
Okay.
they have to go to 6 games. They have to win in 6. They
I
need to win in 6.
I I,
I don't. Go ahead.
I think look, this series is weird because like I said, I think both teams could have won a game in the other team's home floor already. By how close these games are. So like at game 5, I'm interested to see how it goes because like you said, like the Warriors, they've been a bad road team all year. It's weird. I don't get it. But like you have experience versus inexperience, and it's tough. Now, when it comes to De'Aaron Fox, he does have a fractured tip of in his shooting hand of it's like a small fracture in the tip of his finger. But he said that he's hopeful that he'll play game 5. And as long as he plays game 5, they have a chance. If he don't play, I don't think they win. I know Malik Monk has been playing great out of his mind, but I don't think they're not winning without De'Aaron Fox.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope he can play through the injury.
Yeah, Monk. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but Monk did not have a good game in the last one. The last game he had an awful game.
Yeah, but he's been great in the overall. He's been great in the series. But if De'Aaron Fox is hurt, then they need him. They
No,
need him.
if Darren Fox is hurt and he's going to play though, right?
I do. It does seem like he's leaning towards playing, but but he has a broken tip finger in his shooting hand, so that's gonna hurt. That's gonna affect him the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, injuries are no joke in this series, man, in this playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
I got something regarding that too.
I mean, we might as well get to it now. Like, I mean, in my opinion, the series is already over. The Clippers they tried the hardest, but they can't when Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and hold on a second, hold on a second, hold on a second.
Yeah.
So they showed this replay. So that means that he's and I guarantee that means he's in the locker room. Oh no, he's on the court. Still ginger. Still ginger. I don't know. But okay, so going back to Phoenix and the Clippers. Um the series is already over. Like props to the Clippers for trying. Like and props to Russell Westbrook for putting in the performances that he's done. He turned back the clock a little bit.
No, he
Right?
turned back the clock by a lot. He's playing like OKC Russ.
Yeah. And unfortunately, just like OKC Russ, they lose in the first round. Now I don't blame him because
Yeah,
like
yeah. I was waiting for you to make the adjustment. Go ahead.
yeah, I don't blame him, but like I mean what can you do? Your best player has two great games and now he's injured his knee again. Now, this is the interesting part about this cuz this is the most interesting part about this. What is your thoughts on Kawhi Leonard
Okay.
and everything going on with the knee? Cuz I seen Stephen A's comments about him.
Before I had gave my opinion, I really wanted to talk about that real quick. Do you want to play the audio?
Yeah, yeah. If you have it, you can play it.
All right, let me see. Let me see. Okay, so while I look at it, while I look for it, you tell me your thoughts first.
Now, there was a report game 4 before the game, right? Before the game, where they said that it was the doctor's decision to keep him out of game 3 and 4. They're putting it on the doctors.
Okay,
Now,
that I didn't hear about. Okay, go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
With that said, I mean, how bad do you feel for those Clipper fans? I feel bad for them because they got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard there to win a championship,
Yes.
and they can't because of injury and because of injury. But the thing is that you have Stephen A. Smith out here, in my opinion, talking out of both sides of his mouth. I think I think he knows more than he's leading on.
You think
He's trying to say something without trying to say it.
really?
Absolutely. If you can find the audio, I can explain it right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think he's trying to say something without trying to say something.
He's trying. So what you
Look
mean?
at
Like
this
it
guy.
has it? What's wrong?
Look, Dylan Brooks doing air ball.
Uh, what? Okay,
And
so what are you trying to?
He got blocked and he threw an air ball. Oh my god.
So what are you trying to say? That it's a double meaning?
No. What I'm saying is that he knows something. He's trying to say something without trying to say it. I think he's trying to say that Kawhi Leonard is faking his injury.
Wait. Okay. I gotta find the article first. I gotta find the audio first. Hang on. Wait, because now that's a little stress even for you.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that verbatim. But he made the comparison between him and Kyrie. and pretty much said, "Hey, when it the one thing I never said about Kyrie was regarding injuries because, like I said, you saw the injury. When it comes to Kawhi, you're not seeing these injuries. So, what did that tell you?
All
There,
right, here. I think this is it right here.
hmm let me share it. Let me share it. Chris Garcia, how you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. My guy, you're not in the Discord. You need to be on the Discord, my guy, Chris.
What's up, Chris? I'm finally gonna be back, to the gym, real soon, especially
Kawhi,
now that school is over.
he said no before you play. Let me pause it real quick. Let me read this comment from Chris. Kawhi is
Yeah.
not a full time employee. He is part time, yet he gets paid a full salary. True, true. Can you turn it up a little bit or no?
Yeah.
Postseason games for the Toronto
Okay,
Raptors.
okay, that's much
Since
better. Thank
that
you.
time, Kawhi Leonard has played 26 total playoff games for the Clippers. I want to say something and put Big Perk on the screen because I want to see him when I say this. I don't know how many people going to say this, Big Perk, but I'm going to say it. Kawhi Leonard should be on the list of one of the worst superstars this game has ever seen. That's right, I said it. Because anybody that watches basketball knows I'm obviously not talking about his skills. We know the brother is big time. We know that as a talent, he's a superstar. One who shows up when he plays, I'm talking about in terms of his performance, performs in the postseason arguably better than he performs in the regular season. He is that dude. But when you talk about a superstar that is unreliable, I want somebody to point me out somebody more flagrant than him. You're load managing him all through the season. All through the season. He takes every perk imaginable. Yes, we ain't got to even debate all of this. I'm not getting into all of the stuff that he did to get to Los Angeles and what
Yeah.
he forced the
Stop
Clippers
it,
to
stop it, there, stop it,
capitulate.
there, stop it there. You see, he knows something about Kawhi and the rumors about Kawhi that he's not leading on.
Okay.
What he's
Explain.
showing me, what he's telling me by not saying nothing is that he believes that Kawhi Leonard is a prima donna, but he does it in the shadows. He does it in the shadows, right? That's what he's basically saying without saying it. Because you're not going to bring up. Oh, we're not going to talk about all the stuff that he did to get to LA and all the other stuff without even mentioning. If he says if you know something about what Kawhi Leonard did to get to LA, then you should say it. Don't allude to it and then go away from it.
Hmm. Okay.
He
I guess I can see what you're saying.
yeah, he knows something that he's not leading on. You can continue.
Well, I mean, look, we all know how Stephen A. is when it comes to how he criticizes certain players, and I've always said that this dude always kind of had an attitude. I like calling him a sourpuss or whatever, but to me, I I don't know how you came to that conclusion. Like I just don't see it. Maybe the way you're interpreting it is or the way you are able to discern it is just far greater than I can at the moment.
It's not the first time he said this.
Yeah, yeah. Well, as far as being retired, I don't. Well, let's finish the rest of it. Let's finish the rest of it.
To in order to acquire him. I'm talking about unreliability. Now, I know Wilbon, my man Wilbon, and I talked about this. We know that the injuries are legitimate. They're not fake. We got that. I would never do that to him or any other player.
Pause right there. Pause right there. Then why are you calling him the most unreliable, the worst superstar in the history of the game? If it's not about the injuries.
You know what? That's a good point.
I mean, the only reason why you're saying it now is because he's injured. That's the only
Or,
reason why you're saying it now.
or it could be because he thinks that Kawhi Leonard is hurt, but is able to play while he's hurt
Could be
currently.
it could be that too. Definitely could be that too.
You in the playoffs, man. Like at the very least, try. Do you remember the time when Anthony Davis had the groin injury
Yeah.
after Charles Barkley called him street clothes?
Hmm.
He went out there and he tried. He tried to be productive, but
But
he
here's
couldn't
the
do it.
thing. He did that. He tried in Toronto. He was hurt during those series. He was.
So what's the difference between Toronto and now?
I honestly I don't know, man.
There's no difference. There's no
Oh,
difference. You're not. You're
there's different. There's different. He wants to play in L.A. He never wanted to play in Toronto.
but now that you are in LA, you're not producing.
But he got his money.
You got your money. You're in LA. You won a championship. So are you just here just to collect the check and not play? Is that what's going on here? Because I'm going to say this. Out of all the times that he played hurt, even when he was in San Antonio, going all the way back when he was in San Antonio, this is even before the before Zaza had went under cut him underneath.
Hmm.
When he was hurt in Toronto, he continued to play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why can't you do the same thing now while you in LA, the city that you wanted to play for, the same city where you said that there's going to be a new king with all your advertisements and all the perks that you wanted, all the stipulations and all the extra pizzazz that you wanted in order for you to play in LA and one in Paul George for that matter. So you pretty much got everything that you want, but yet now you don't want to go out there and perform, knowing that you could have easily made this a really competitive series, knowing that you could have put on a good show for the fans. You decide not to play. I don't like it, man, and I don't like it. And this is why I'm gonna let Stephen A continue. But this is why I told you from day one. I don't want to hear anything about load management. I don't. And you kept on talking about how, oh well, it works. The playoffs is what matter. Well, what does it matter if you're not playing in the playoffs anyway? What does it matter? You've been load managing throughout the whole entire season, and now that you're in the playoff, you're still not going to play. What's the point of load managing? What's the point?
It depends on whether or not he's hurt or not. You think he's hurt? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna ask you a question straight up. Do you think he's hurt?
I think he's hurt, but he's still able to play.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you if he's hurt.
Because I think he's hurt, but there's an addition. I think he is still capable of playing.
Well, clearly, if what the report is saying is true, that the doctors are the reason are the reason why he's not playing, then I mean, what can you say?
Then the doctors are lying. He was able to play last game.
I mean, Steve, the doctors have no incentive to lie. Especially
Did-
team doctors.
He
Team
played
doctors
game.
had no incentive to lie.
He played
And-
game 1,
Yeah,
and he played game 2.
yeah.
So what? So he got hurt after game 2?
We don't know.
No. So
Nobody
he,
knows.
he had to have gotten hurt after game 2 then.
No one knows, Steve. No one knows.
Okay. Well, but what we do know is that he played and he looked fine.
Yeah,
He looked fine. So what changed?
probably got hurt.
Where? When? Like
I don't know.
if anything that who needs to speak up about it is him. When did you
So,
get hurt?
that ain't gonna happen.
When did you
You know-
get hurt?
you know
How
that-
did you get hurt? How badly injured you are? You need to give us answers. That's what you need to do. Explain yourself. I want an explanation. We invested our time and our money to watch you play, and you're not on the court playing, knowing that Russell Westbrook is putting 110% to keep it competitive. Like that dude is playing ball lights out right now.
Yeah.
He's playing like a top 10 player again. At least for me, he is.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the audacity to sit out, knowing that Paul George is injured also.
I mean, do you believe Paul George is hurt?
Yeah, because we seen it. We saw what happened.
Okay, so you're taking the Stephen A approach.
I'm gonna have to.
Okay. Continue. Can let
Especially
the
him.
game run.
We understand the hard work that he puts in trying to get himself ready or whatever. But when you think about his personality, selling the game, promoting the game, promoting the Clippers franchise, being available. I don't know.
Pause. He needs to stop the cap. The only thing that he cares about is the availability. He don't care about whether or not Kawhi Leonard promotes the game because no one gives a shit about that.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. The promotion plays a huge part of it.
Okay, that's fine. But if
You want good products to be promoted.
no shit. But at the end of the day, all they care about is winning. That's it. All people care about is winning. Oh, you got hitting the balls. Okay.
Oh my goodness, this dude could just not get a break.
Yeah, it's not his fault. He got hitting the balls. He got hitting the
So
balls.
when we continue,
Yeah. Wait, no. Like,
I'm
wait, no. Let me finish. No, he don't care about. All he cares about the availability. All he cares about the availability. Now, again, you may not like the fact that he don't talk to the press that often, whatever. But dude, no one gave a shit about that when he was in the finals dominating. No one gave a shit about that when he won the first finals MVP when he was with San Antonio. No one gave a shit about that. Now because he's not playing, now because even though Stephen A is clearly insinuating without saying it that he's faking his injury. Now we care about the other stuff. You see, when you don't get what you want, all the other stuff starts becoming a problem. Before you can just ignore it. Now it's becoming a problem. So I don't buy into that bullshit that he's about to say. You continue.
well, there one little pushback that I will say
Mm-hmm.
is that people did criticize Kawhi for staying too quiet all the time. That's always been his criticism, even when he was winning. People did complain about that.
I mean,
So
I
I guess the promotion part just automatically becomes a part of it because you're not really promoting anything if you're just going to shun away from everybody and not talk.
I mean, at the end of the day, as long as he put the ball in the basket, that's all people should care about. At the end of the day, because if he plays like shit, people are gonna be like, man, he been garbage, but or at least he's a great ambassador for the game. No one's gonna give a shit about that. No, they're gonna be like, yo, dude, put the ball in the basket. We don't care about none of that other shit. So to say that, we care about the other stuff is absolutely disingenuous because I know for a fact Stephen A don't care.
Well, I think that he cares. I
I don't
think
think he does.
him playing the sport, performing and winning is the entree, right? Him, trying to talk, all the promotion, that's the hot sauce. That's the stuff that you don't necessarily need it, but it's decent to have. It's something that that it's an extra spice, if you will. Like that's what Stephen A is trying to say. I think like you still it would be the main encore, the main entree is what's the most important. The filet mignon is what's important. But if you could have a little side or have a nice a nice sauce or whatever it is, yeah, it's nice to have that too. That's what
Shout,
I'm
shout,
saying.
shout out to Ruben in the
genuinely sad.
what's going
Oh,
on, bro?
what's going on, Ruben? Better late than never, man.
Yes, sir. I know you're in Seattle, and I appreciate the fact that you are tuning into us in Seattle right now. But Ruben, Discord, let's go, bro. Go ahead, you can play. You can play.
Franchise being available. I don't know about you, Big Perk. I'm genuinely sad for Ty Lue. Every time I look at Ty Lue and I see Ty Lue's face and I see him looking sad or just looking melancholy or whatever the appropriate word is, the first thought that comes to my mind is, what the hell is wrong with Kawhi Leonard now?
I will say this, Hoovy.
Mm-hmm.
He does tend to
Okay,
look a
so
bit.
you're on. Okay.
He
So,
he he has been looking a bit gloomy lately.
yeah,
Tyler,
I'm not surprised.
yes, and I honestly believe like the same situation that's been that happened in San Antonio. I don't want to say is exactly the same, but eventually it does trickle down to everybody else in the organization.
Oh,
It
absolutely.
does.
Yeah, there were players in San Antonio that were fed up with Kawhi Leonard and the injury situation.
Yes, and it just makes it worse when you see how close those games has been, and you see the effort that Russell Westbrook is putting in. It just makes it look worse on Kawhi that he's not out there playing, trying to help his boy out, and knowing the fact that Paul George is also hurt. So we need all the help we can get. We need reinforcements, and the fact that you were able to play before and suddenly you're unable to play now, it was just a waste of time, in my opinion. Let's finish this.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way he's looking like that if he knows he can rely on Kawhi Leonard. If Kawhi Leonard is available. And to see him in Los Angeles coaching this Clippers franchise, Lawrence Frank, you see that the organization has become first class. Steve Ballmer is one of my favorite people, favorite owners. It's a damn shame that this man is who they have to rely on because you just can't rely on him. And we know it's because of injuries, but you just can't rely on him. But the other stuff that it takes to magnetize folks to your franchise that you could do personality-wise, et cetera, helping to market the franchise, he does none of that. Mm-hmm. He just shows up to work. He does his job. He goes back to business. When he shows up to work, which, as Molly highlighted at the start of this discussion, isn't often. One of the worst superstars to have that I have ever seen in sports. It truly is to me. Floor is yours.
Want me to keep going, or do you have something to say about that?
No, I think what he said was horseshit. Because why would you feel that way for guys if you think that he's genuinely hurt? If a guy is great but he constantly gets hurt, you're not gonna call him the worst superstar of all time, unless you have other stuff on him. Because you can't control injuries. I never heard him say this about Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis gets hurt all the time.
Well, he was disappointed a bit with Derek Rose.
Okay, yeah, but he never called him the worst superstar of all time.
Yeah, but he criticized him that he didn't want to put his maximum effort out there.
I mean, I guess I have to look at the video, but he never called him the worst superstar of all time.
Yeah, you're right. He did it.
Well, and let me I add this video that I watched.
Okay.
Now it is in midstream. So wait, I don't think I should. I don't think I have the volume up. Let me reshare and let me put the volume up. Stop screen, rescreen, share screen, share audio. Click on this. Okay, and then yeah, this is him making the comparison between him and Kawhi and Kyrie Irving. Okay, let's see if we get there.
Never be available for the playoffs. We saw the injury.
Okay,
Kawhi Leonard's walking off the court. He's going at Kevin Durant and Devin Booker in Phoenix. Series tied 1-1. Walked off the court. Looked fine. And then Ty Lue gets noticed the day of the game. He ain't available to play. Even Ty Lue said it was frustrating. See, this is what pisses me off. You get to a point where it's like, my God, I'm going to put it in perspective for y'all right now. This is Stephen A. talking. And I'd rather have Kyrie Irving than Kawhi Leonard. When the hell?
What? Pause. Wait. No, wait. Hold on. I had to let you pause on that one. Wait a minute. After all the criticism that you've been giving Kyrie Irving, everything that you pretty much complain about Kawhi is the exact same thing you've been complaining about Kyrie Irving
He'll tell you the difference.
about availability.
No, he'll tell you the difference.
I gotta hear this.
Kyrie Irving than Kawhi Leonard. I mean, stop the presses. I must be smoking crack, right? Well, let me help you out. Kyrie might do something that'll make the wrong headlines. But come playoff time, you got to see him get hurt for him not to be available. The legitimate injury, and I'm not questioning the legitimacy of Kawhi's injury.
And that's the part that I had the biggest problem with. He mentioned that Kyrie, you have to see him get hurt in order for him not to play, right? Because he's going to mention later on, oh, Kawhi Leonard walked out the court, everything was fine. You don't know that. Again, I have no idea what's going on with Kawhi Leonard. But you are pretty much saying right there, when you make that comparison, that you believe that Kawhi Leonard is faking his injury. Yet you don't want to say that because you don't want to get slandered by slandering Kawhi Leonard's name. Let me continue because he'll explain further. So.
I'm saying it's injuries coupled with low management. Paul George is injured. We saw him. We're wondering whether or not he's going to ever be available for the playoffs. We saw the injury. Kawhi Leonard's walking off the court. He looks just fine. He just dropped 31, and then we get news he going to miss the game. You load managed all year. You missed the entire freaking season in 2021, 2022. You had the whole damn year. You're getting all the money to get all the necessary medical treatment, all the technology in the world available to you. Your owner is one of the richest dudes on the planet. Anything he could do to have you on the court, you know he'll exhaust every means and measure. You play when you want. You practice when you want. You travel when you want. You eat when and what you want. Every damn thing is available to Kawhi Leonard. And what they get in return is sporadic commitment. I'm sorry. I can't take it from him. I just can't take it. Oh, it drives me crazy. It really does. I'm just sick of it. You damn right I would take Kyrie over Kawhi because at least I know Kyrie gonna play every playoff game. When the Brooklyn Nets got swept by Boston last year, Kyrie was in all 4 of the games. And this is me talking. Who told you that Kyrie's a professional at coming up with time to miss from work? He's got nothing on Kawhi Leonard. Nothing. And for better or worse, with the headlines, with his positions on various issues from the earth is flat to the vaccine or whatever the case may be, Kyrie keeps you talking about the NBA. What does Kawhi do? It's news to see him show up at a press conference, let alone have one. He does absolutely, positively nothing to promote the game of basketball other than grabbing his lunch pail about 50% of the times to show up to work and then going home. He creates no buzz. There's nothing about him that's marketable. I got producers and people like that looking at me. I bet you'd walk through the turnstiles to see Kyrie play. Are you walking through the turnstiles to see Kawhi? You know good and damn well you're going to go like this. Is he going to show up? I got one of our producers nodding his head at me. Yeah. I'd walk through the turnstile to see him play. I wouldn't be worried with his lying ass. Just 10 minutes ago, he said, it would be a damn shame if he don't show up to play when I go to this next game. You don't know. He does nothing to promote the NBA. Nothing. Russell Westbrook, hell, he creates headlines walking into the arena because you're wondering what outfit he's going to wear. We don't see Kawhi in a suit. We don't see him with some crazy, wild out fashion outfit. We don't hear any quotes that are scintillating or substantive. We don't hear anything. He gives you nothing but his brilliance as a basketball player. And that, he says, you can have 50% of the time. You damn right I would take Kyrie Irving. If I'm an owner, I'm not talking about as a basketball player because Kawhi is one of the greatest. I'm talking about if I own a team and I need to attract an audience, I'm taking Kyrie Irving over Kawhi Leonard any day of the week. Any day.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I personally, I feel like he's full of shit. I think he's full of shit. And listen, I have no problem with people who are frustrated. I don't have a problem with Ty Lue being frustrated with the situation going on with Kawhi Leonard. I don't. I understand. But at the end of the day, if he's hurt, he's hurt. At the end of the day, if you don't think that he's hurt, then call him out on it. Do what San Antonio did. Trade him. If you don't believe him, or if you feel like he's milking the injury, you think that he's not as serious with the injury as you claim he is, trade him. Get off of that contract. I think that's as simple as that. But this is all this talk about how you would take Kyrie over whatever, and all the other stuff. Like, bro, no one cares about that, bro. Because you're saying that, I would pay to see Kyrie. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't. I don't give a shit about how Kyrie plays. Like, everyone talks about how, and he is a great basketball player, but I don't give a shit about the way Kyrie Irving plays. I like the way that Kawhi plays. The way Kawhi plays is more attractive to me. But you hear the similarity between the two of them. They'll miss games due to injury. Like, again, and again, this whole double talk about, I'm not questioning the legitimacy of the injury. You are questioning the legitimacy of the injury. You are, because if the injuries are not happening, none of the other stuff that you're talking about when it comes to him and the stuff that he did to get to LA and all the other stuff would not even come into focus if it wasn't for the injury. Now we saw. Now he said, we like he just Ty Lue just discovered that day that he's hurt. It's the same knee that he had a problem that he's been having a problem with. The same knee that he fucked up in a playoff game for the Clippers. It's the same knee. Like I said, look. All I'm gonna say is, if you're I have no problem with people being frustrated, but if you're gonna sit there and do what he did, where you sit there, you say out of one side of your mouth that you think the injury is legit, and then on the other side of your mouth, intimate situation where you feel like it's not legit, then I can't buy into that. And Critical Josh says that he agrees with me.
All right, let me play this article real quick because we're running out of time here.
Ruben, yeah, I would pay well to see Kawhi not playing good money for. I would pay well to see Kawhi not paying good money for Kyrie.
Now critical job. You agree, Hoovy? You think that Stephen A. Smith is just talking a bunch of hogwash? Like, is that what you're saying? Because Hoovy said a lot. I want to know exactly what you disagreed with, and hopefully you get to elaborate and not ignore the question. Let's see. And as far as you,
ain't he next door?
Yeah, but he's not. He's sometimes when I would ask the question, he doesn't really answer. But that's up to him. But anyway, um, let me just play the audio. Let me play the audio. It's only two
Yeah, I
minutes.
would pay good money for Leonard from Leonard. Yeah, go
Case
ahead.
of
Go ahead.
Kawhi Leonard, I stand alone probably on this, but I don't care. I think the man should retire. I'm sick of these injuries to Kawhi Leonard. I'm not questioning the legitimacy of them in any way, but my God.
But let me rewind that real quick. I don't know if you caught that.
Mhm.
To Kawhi Leonard, I stand alone probably on this, but I don't care. I think the man should retire. I'm sick of these injuries to Kawhi Leonard. I'm not questioning the legitimacy of them in any way, but my God, him and Paul George have played a grand total of about 22% of their games together. You got Kawhi, who's religiously unavailable, okay? And then the flip side to it all is that it doesn't matter. It's like it's not even injuries that take place before all of us. This guy dropped 38 points one game, 31 points another, and walk off the court, looks absolutely fine. And then Ty Lue wakes up the next morning and finds out he can't go today. And now he can't go for a game 4 after missing all of last season and everything else. It's just, I'm just speaking for the city of LA. I'm telling you, this is how a lot of people feel. It's just the latest, man. It's a damn shame.
Certainly
Really
is frustrating in that case. Jalen, how about it? The two significant injuries here.
Well, the one thing about Kawhi, and I've followed him since he was in high school. We both played for Steve Fisher, and he went to San Diego State. And the one thing I'll say about him is if you saw him and he wasn't playing basketball, he'd be walking like an elderly man. I talked about that earlier in the year on this show. Like, he truly has some issues with his knees. This is what led to him leaving.
I should have stopped that on what Stephen A. said.
Mhm.
I I don't want to go as far of saying that Kawhi Leonard should retire. I really don't want to go that far. I think Stephen A. is taking it too far because I do believe that he is hurt. I do believe that. The problem that I have is Kawhi Leonard played the previous game and he played the whole game before they say he wasn't able to play game 3 and then obviously game 4. But when he played game 1 and he played game 2, he looked fine. He looked perfectly fine. The thing with Stephen A. Smith is what I like. He'll say something like really crazy, or like this, for example. He should retire, but then you say you don't question the legitimacy of his injuries. I mean, dude, pick a side already.
You don't go that extreme for a guy who has knee problems. Like, look, I mean, I don't know if you saw the injury to Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, like that's a guy who I like in my mind. I think he's probably going to retire because he went through 3 catastrophic knee injuries in the span of like what 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You think Stephen A. is gonna be like, oh, I'm sick and tired of hearing about the injury about Victor Oladipo?
No.
Absolutely not. Bro, and the thing that Jalen Rose said that I never even heard of that before. Like when he said that when he's not playing basketball, you see Kawhi Leonard walking like an old man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so this is the first time you're seeing this thing?
Yeah, this is my first time hearing this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead, play more of it.
San Antonio, when he felt like they misdiagnosed him, that's what ultimately made them divorce. And so for him, a 3-time champion, a couple of finals MVPs, a guy that led Toronto to their only championship, there's load management and there's a guy that's actually hurt. Look back at the tape last year in the playoffs. He out there limping. In game 2, I literally was texting his coach, like, Kawhi's out there limping. He like, I don't know if he gonna finish this game.
Yeah.
It was to me like watching a boxer go a 15-round fight and finish the fight via knockout. So I wasn't truly surprised that he didn't play in the next game.
Thank you for watching.
So that was it.
I didn't know none of this. I didn't know that his knee injuries went all the way back to his college days. I had no idea. And the thing is that you're not getting the type of energy from Stephen A. with any other injury-prone player. It's only with Kawhi Leonard. And there's a reason why. Because in my opinion, I believe that he thinks that that Kawhi is faking it, but he don't want to say it because he doesn't want to get the whole internet after him. Stephen A. probably 10, 15 years ago would just said it off a whim. That's it. But now he has to be careful because he knows he got a lot of people watching out for him and trying to and wishing for his downfall.
So so you also think he took it too far by saying that he should retire?
Yeah,
Okay.
his whole argument over Kawhi Leonard is stupid. Like I said, you could be frustrated. Absolutely, it's frustrating because if he was healthy in the series, dude, that's 2-2 at least. It's 2-2.
But my problem, like
Mm-hmm.
I said, is that when he played game one and game two, I'm talking about this series.
Mm-hmm.
He when he was playing game one and game two, he played the whole entire game.
Yeah,
He played all of it. Suddenly now you're unable to play despite the fact that you played the previous game. How is it possible that you were capable of playing the whole entire game, but you're no longer capable of playing the next game? Like I'm trying to figure out the correlation here.
I
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know that, but Critical Drop said that basically the majority of what Hoovy said, you don't know if he's hurt or not. Yeah, at the end of the year, you don't know if he's hurt. You don't know because, like I said, all that stuff that Jalen Rose said, that I didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I
And
mean, go
and
ahead.
he has a history of knee injuries. He has a history of it.
But how? But the thing is, how? But how? So either I'm not saying he's faking it. So it had to have been while he was playing. Maybe he had put, he gave his will, his sure will. He just gave everything his all that game, but then he just couldn't do it anymore. Like, what? That is that what happened?
Could be.
Is
You
that
know?
what happened? Like, come on, man.
Look,
Like,
the Clippers, they have a decision to make. If they believe what you believe, then they can just get rid of the contract.
by trading him.
Yeah, trading him, or if they, I don't know if they do amnesty clauses anymore or whatever. But if they don't feel like he's dependable, if they have the same attitude that that Stephen A has, then you can get out of that contract.
I'm just very disappointed. But this, and I'm going to say this, but I mean, of course, I don't. I don't mean it. But this is the last time, whether it's people from Twitter, you,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody else. I no longer want to hear anything about load management anymore. I don't. I don't. After all the injuries that we have seen during the playoffs with Giannis, with Kawhi, and John Morant, all these superstars, elite stars,
Mm-hmm.
getting hurt during the playoffs, I no longer want to hear anything about load management anymore. Because clearly, load management hasn't been working. People are still getting injured regardless if they go to load management or not. So why in the world that you sacrifice the whole season where I couldn't watch you play? We reached the playoffs and I still couldn't watch you play. So what are we doing? But here's what's happening though. They continue to take the money. That's what's happening. They continue to take the money. And we, the fans, are the ones that get screwed over. So no more of this load management talk. What the league should do is they have to make sure that every single player has to legitimately be extremely injured not to play. No more rests. You have to play all back to backs, and none of this. Oh, you're only going to play, the first quarter, and then you don't know. You're not allowed to do that either. And if you do, not only should you be fined, not only should the player get suspended, But I'm going to take even further than that. If you continue to rest players, you lose draft picks. You lose draft picks. That's what that like. I want them to hit him to the. I want them to use a hammer, a sledgehammer, and hit him right in the head with it. You will lose draft picks if you continue to do load management. I will take it that far because clearly, they don't understand that they are constantly compromising the product. Constantly compromising the product. And this is why I knew I was right the whole entire time. I know you're going to disagree, but I knew I was right the whole entire time. It was a waste, a huge, colossal waste of time. It was a waste because this whole entire time, having a whole full season off, and these players are still getting injured in the playoffs. So we don't get to watch them in the regular season. We don't get to watch them in the postseason. So I don't want to hear load management anymore. So that's all I have to say. I'm finished. I'm finished. No more load management. But it's not going to happen, but that's just my thoughts.
Okay. Right. Last two comments from Nolan. F the city of F the city of LA. They have some of the best between two teams. They have a choice. I guess I don't give a shit about LA either. So
No, yeah, they have a choice. I've been to LA. Yeah, it's fine. It's nice over there. Then I went up to Fresno. Yeah, it's nice. But listen, like you that dude had everything, bro. That dude had everything. He anything he could possibly need. All the money, he had all the fame, all the ads. Like the dude had everything. He got Paul George, and he's not out there playing. So I'm over it. I'm over it, and I feel really really bad for Russell Westbrook because I, bro, if Paul George and Kawhi and Russell Westbrook continue to play defense like they play the way we see how Russell is playing defense like right now is incredible. But we already know how great Paul George and Kawhi Leonard defense is. They would have definitely beaten the Suns if all three guys was playing on the court right now together. They would have absolutely beat the Suns, in my opinion. But now that's not something we are going to see. It's sad, and I just feel bad for Russell Westbrook. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. But I'm done.
all right. Well, let me do a roll call because I've been up for like 20 something hours. I gotta go to sleep. Nolan, thank you for watching. Critical Drop, thank you for watching. Ruben, thank you for watching. Uh, Chris, thank you for watching. Retrospective J, thank you for watching. Rodolphe, thank you for watching. David, thank you for watching.
How you sketch my nephew?
I did. Oh my bad, my bad. Joshua, thank you for watching, bro. Thank you. I'm surprised. I'm sorry I missed you. Retsu 39399. Thank you for watching.
Did you get David?
Yeah. I think I said David. David, thank you for watching. If I missed you, Conspiracy Agent, thank you for watching. F, thank you for watching. So yeah, so if you guys don't know, we do have a Discord. I'm just if you want to join, you can join, but as long as you guys are here, supporting the podcast, that's really the most important thing. Like I obviously I appreciate you guys being here, whether you're in the Discord or not. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. So like I said, we at some point we will do a Mario Brothers spoiler cast. We still need to do the Tekken tier list as well. I know yeah, we just got some stuff that we had to take care of. We had to take care of, so bro, don't worry, bro. Like he's in our hearts. He's in our hearts.
Yeah, Ruben. Yeah, you missed him. It would have been cool, but it's you have an opportunity to make it on time next week, my friend. But dude, I really hope you're doing well in Seattle. Once again, I'm proud of you, bro. Like make that money. Continue to strive for perfection, even though we can't reach it. But continue to strive and work hard, and you'll be rewarded great, man. He said F Mario Bros still for the copyrights.
Hey,
Yeah, that
That's why I watched the bootleg.
You say that, but yeah, you said you're gonna watch it in theaters. So
Hey, hey, look, they gave me a copyright strike, so f them. You said I'll
oh,
be.
he said you'll be down tomorrow. All right, well, if you're down tomorrow, bro, like hit me up. Yeah, I'm off. I'm off tomorrow. I could do whatever, and yeah, it'll definitely be fun. So, but anyway, before I head out, everyone be on the lookout for the Mario spoilers, and we will have a Tekken, tier list. And last but not least, please, for those of you who are still here, I keep forgetting to say this in earlier in the podcast, but please give us a like. I know people do that all the time. People tell you to do likes on other channels. But we just got started with this channel. We want it to increase. We want people to see it. We want people to know it. So if you could give us a like, subscribe, share it to all your other platforms, Twitter, YouTube, not
Mhm.
YouTube, but Twitter, Facebook, IG, TikTok, whatever platform that you have. If you could share this, it'll be great, and we will continue to do more. So
Yeah,
this is Traditionalist 101 signing out. Have a
if
good one.
whenever I'm off, because like I said, I still have to figure out if I'm working Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, one of those days I'm off, we're definitely heading to Devin Busters.
Ah, yeah, good luck
No,
inviting
no,
me to Dave and Buster. Yeah, yeah, good luck.
because the last time he invited me, one person never said anything.
Yeah. This
You,
is
yeah, that was you. That was you.
let me remind you all. Whenever there's a family outing, a family event that Hoovy has, he never invites me. Never. But anyways,
Mhm.
um, yeah, I'll definitely be down for Dave and Buster's. Don't be late, man.
Anyway, yeah, it's time to go, guys. Have a good night.